Hello there, I'm Ash Mannix, and once again I'm joined by my wonderful, effervescent co-host, Kixel.
I've just been listening to the Space Boyfriend battle theme on loop for ages.
For those of you who don't have a fucking clue as to what Kixel is referring to, he is talking about the game called Omori, which features a song called I'm assuming it's the song for the Space Boyfriend battle theme, which we did recently. Check Kuxo's channel, the latest stream that Kuxo had done, labelled Street Fighter 6 and Omori, which we did last night, stroke this morning, and you'll see what...
We've been on the fucking streaming hype lately, ain't we?
Yeah, well, you have especially, and you'll see what we're talking about. But anyway, Iwaihime. Alright, Crack Dealer, how's it going? Just saw you there, and let me bring up chat and OBS.
You are first this time!
Yes. Yes, you are. We are back playing Iwaihime. It is boiling today. I went out and I touched grass, figuratively speaking. I did go outside, and I did a little bit of a walk, which was too much for my feet. I am a lazy git, and exercise is not great. Crackdeer saying, good call for suggesting to play that. What, Omori?
Omori.
Yeah.
Omori is fucking great, honestly. That last one was what really cinched it for me. I'm like, alright, yeah, this game's cool. I like it.
I was dying, mate. I was so tired. I was so tired. But that's because I'd walked like 3 miles yesterday as well. It's like, I walked in the baking hot sun. Well, baking hot for Scotland anyway. And came back and I was like, right. It wasn't long since I came back. No, you'd already started streaming when I'd come back. So I was like, yeah, give me some time. Let me just come on. And I came on and I was like...
my intention was simple. I just wanted to get some recordings of me playing Street Fighter with my friends. And then it sort of evolved from there.
Of course. And why not?
I do love how fluid our streams can be.
You mean random?
Fluid, please.
I like how you. I'm gonna take a mental note of that. Fluid. I'm fluid like a liquid. That's how I'm gonna word it. Nice. But anyway, today is the day for Iwaihime. This is a bit of a fan favorite at the very least with Kuxo, and I think Rat Dealer enjoys this as well.
I am hoping everyone enjoys this as much as I am. Hang on, you say, I swear he's like streaming every day? Only recently, because I had a little bit of free time and I wanted to get some stuff. It's not going to persist, I'm afraid. Oh no! Chat disconnected, please wait while we try to connect you. Successfully connected? What? Huh.
That's just you. So you've just, for some reason, your internet's disconnected from chat. It happens to me once in a while as well, which is weird.
That's the first time it's happened to me.
Oh, you of bulletproof internet. Well... Anyway, Crackdeer saying you think. Crackdeer knows.
I hope we get some people coming in. The only thing is the PC gaming show is streaming right now.
Let me just bring that up. Let's see.
Gotta love that you're conflicting with not E3.
Is that what that is? The PC.
That's why we've been having these shows lately. The Xbox game show just finished. Xbox Showcase, shall we say. I don't know what they officially called it.
But it's saying 9 PM BST. It's 8 PM BST right now, or 8:30.
Yeah, and thus we are conflicting with it.
Well, they could eat shit, PC Gamer. Didn't they just used to do the magazines? The PC Gamer
No, but the
magazine.
PC Gaming Showcase is, the stream where they show off the stuff mainly with the eyes of a PC Gamer in mind.
Yeah, but PC Gamer used to be a magazine, right?
I mean, I don't know if it is or isn't anymore, but yeah.
It used to be,
least
right?
It used to, yeah.
It might still be it. Man, talk about old media. God, I remember buying those £5.
To be fair, I liked Edge magazine most.
I just bought whatever I could find in the local store. Crackdeer saying, I like that doll, it's pretty. I question your taste in dolls, Crack Dealer. But anyway, yes.
It is pretty.
Let other people be busy with other shit. I've got a stream to do. I don't give a shit about the PC Gamer thing. Kuxo will update me later on about any of the highlights, or I'll see something on Twitter. But apparently, I don't talk about the news much, but I just saw a tweet from what the fuck, Meme Reg, earlier today, going, it'd suck to be a supporter of, was it Bojo, what's her face? God, I've forgotten her name. It wasn't, what the fuck?
Nadine Doris?
No. Give me a second. I've literally had an old man brain fart. The names just escaped me. Nicola Sturgeon, and then there was a third person, right? And I was like, what the hell is he talking about?
She was arrested and then released without charge all today.
Oh, she was released? The fuck?
She's been released without charge.
Arrested.
I'm not sure if it's pending any investigation.
Are you sure she was released?
Yeah.
Was that in the same articles as the ones that said that she was? Anyway, she got arrested.
Here we are. No, here we are. Here, Nicola Sturgeon has been released without charge, pending further investigations after being arrested by police.
Yeah. So basically, her and her hubby.
So they're just checking what's going on.
Her and her hubby, who are both, or at least were both MPs. Alleged mismanagement of funds, and finally they have a nice big camper van that's pretty expensive all of a sudden. Don't know. Fun times.
And there you have it. That has been this week's Ashmanic's political news section.
There you go. No, I just find that I was like, what the fuck is happening in this country? Wait.
What the fuck is happening in this country? And you're asking that right now, instead of the many years of bullshit that's been going on here.
Mate, usually that's I feel like Westminster has had the what do you call it? Cornered the market in terms of bullshit for a lot of the politics.
You may have a devolved government, but Westminster still runs you as well.
Yes, but we have our devolved government, which hasn't been. Look, they're not
hasn't
great.
been too crazy until today.
So we're like, no. So it's like Scotland just said to London, hold my beer. It's time to like pass on the controversy stick. They're saying Twitter.
Share controversies.
Add to it. And our man Bojo's he's having fun times as well. Anyway,
I think this is it for him.
So let's see what happens in this crazy world that we call the UK, in this funny world where we can't say what a bottle properly.
He honestly can't make the comeback he wants to. First of all, the Tory party is way too divided internally. Second of all, the next elections that come up, if the Tories win, that's a point for the current PM, Rishi Sunak. If they lose, it just means that their internal divisions are too problematic, and it also means that if he did decide to come back, he would then be leader of the opposition and have a shit ton of work for him. And he's not a fucking guy who likes working, is he? So neither proposition looks really good for Bojo right now, so I don't imagine he will really be making a comeback. He's just trying to troll Rishi Sunak.
Hey man, all as long as people are having fun.
And that has been my analysis this week.
Yeah.
Tune in next time.
Do you know what? I'm in extreme danger of making this a fucking political stream. I just like to comment on it. I just find
you started it.
Yeah, I just find it funny.
And you've got me here. Just thank God my brother's not here.
No,
you know
I wouldn't start that.
Go.
No.
Yeah,
I would end the fucking. I would mute you if it was your brother.
We would go into the next fucking morning talking about nothing else.
No, I would be. I would close Discord and carry on my own. If that was the case. So. But anyway, enough of this shit. Crack Dealer gives zero fucks. The chat does not care. They do not care about politics. We are here for games, right?
Crack Dealer has said, what's the question marks? I'll tell you, Crack Dealer. The question marks is the hidden porn gallery that will unlock once you finish the game once.
So I've been trying to click this when I saw that message, and I was like, we can't access it yet, unfortunately, Crack Dealer.
Of course not. We haven't finished the game yet.
Give it time. Oh, do you know you follow someone on Twitter who has a YouTube following? She does some she's got black hair and a Motoko Kusanagi style hairstyle. What's her name? She does cosplaying and stuff.
The Sphere Hunter.
The Sphere Hunter. She is featuring as a character in the expansion for Cyberpunk 2077, apparently.
She's in it. Oh,
yeah,
fuck,
check the tweet, check Twitter, because I saw that.
No, because I saw on the Xbox showcase earlier today Keanu Reeves announcing the expansion on Cyberpunk 2077, but he introduced Idris Elba. So I was only thinking about Idris Elba.
Obviously, because Idris Elba
Cyberpunk.
is fucking Idris Elba.
Yeah.
It's hard to think of other stuff between him and Keanu Reeves. But anyway,
Keanu Reeves and Idris Elba. Fuck me, I should play Cyberpunk 2077.
Honestly, I was like, maybe I should. But they were talking about Starfield, which I hadn't heard of.
They talked about Starfield
a lot.
Starfield is one of those games that people have been hyping for years. And I was like, it to me just looks like
Star Citizen, No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky, but with guns as well. And I'm like,
I mean, but No Man's Sky is pretty impressive. So that's what I saw. I was like, wait, this has already been done before.
So if you got that impression as well, then
I know, and it was impressive in that. But I was like, I was watching it.
I take your opinion quite highly because you are the layperson. You aren't that involved in.
Look at that! He's calling me a peon, a pleb in the game.
No, what I mean is you are representative of the general public, and well, I don't know about your tastes, but you will be representative of the general public when it comes to announcements and the general reaction. If you're thinking this looks like No Man's Sky, then I think that's what people will be thinking. Having said that, Crack Dealer has also pointed out that guns ultimately makes everything or anything 70% better. So if you want that, then go for it. But then to me, that's just like, okay, so it's No Man's Sky, and then you just shoot people. I'm like, but you've got shooters all over the place. Like, every fucking console has shooters coming out the arse.
So you can obviously you can attack other ships and stuff like that, which I think you can maybe do in No Man's Sky. But you can board other ships, you can steal them, you can have an armada of ships. You can steal them and keep them for yourself and stuff like that. There's a lot more detail they put into it, and I still, having thought, wait, this is just No Man's Sky. Even having thought that, I was like, this looks. I don't like super open world games like this, or open universe, or galaxy, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But I was like, I kind of want to play this and try it out. Because it reminded me
on the Game Pass, because almost everything that showcases on the Game Pass.
Yes, I think it is.
There we are. We can do a stream together if you want.
I need to get a Game Pass.
I just keep my subscription running. Always something on Game Pass.
I'll tell you something interesting, right? I've just added another subscription to my list of subscription bullshit.
Is it Pornhub?
Why would I pay for that? You idiot. I'm already an idiot for paying for anime when you can get it for free, but I believe to pay something towards it, right? But not Pornhub.
I tried catching you out with that.
Not fucking paid for that. I like Garlic Bread X.
Garlic Bread X, I'm glad you're here. I thought you might be watching the PC gaming show instead.
No, it's not. Funnily enough, it's not porn related. I actually decided to get a subscription for ChatGPT.
You have to subscribe for that.
You don't have to. There's a free version. There's very few limitations on it. Like, it's only limited if it gets busy. They'll prevent you from asking questions and stuff like that.
Oh, I have been locked out before. Yeah.
Yeah. So when you pay for it, you don't get locked out. And there's one or two extras. To be fair, it's not worth it. But one of the things you do get is access to ChatGPT 4. So the free one is ChatGPT 3. The paid for one gives you
so you
limited access
stuff.
Limited access to ChatGPT 4. And I was talking to someone at work about this, and they're like really bigging it up, saying this is good to use as a tool, not to write your code for you, because it can, but it can just make shit up. But definitely.
Oh, absolutely. I tell you what happened recently. A lawyer decided to use ChatGPT to compile.
Legal Eagle was talking about this, I think. I saw a video thumbnail.
Yeah. To make a whole bunch of references to cases and stuff, right? And ChatGPT just made shit up, and he got in trouble for it.
It's basically the same as asking a person. To me, right? It's like asking a person who has a lot of information in their head, right? And
No. It's like doing a search and then just taking info without checking it.
No, but it's like I ask a person who's quote unquote very knowledgeable, not an expert of the field, but knowledgeable, and I say, how would I do this, or what is this? And can you give me some references? And then they just write a bunch of stuff, and I don't double check it, I just take it face on and I just show that, which is because ChatGPT feels a little bit human in that. You know how people, before Google, right? People would say things to you, maybe people who are your elders, your parents or friends, and you would just be, and if they were charismatic enough or authoritative sounding enough, you'd just accept it as fact. And then
that's politicians nowadays.
But it would take you a long time to be like, wait, they were fucking talking shit, right? To find out if they were wrong, right? But nowadays we have Google.
Up enough and be like, oh, my parents aren't infallible.
There's that, but with Google and all that, when people say something, you can instantly Google it to double check if it's a fact-based thing. And I feel like ChatGPT is like that, but on steroids, because you're asking it, right? Oh, write me some code for this, or how would I write this? And it'll write a bunch of stuff, but unless you check it, like, it's like a person. It's fallible. It could just, and it might just make stuff up to sound like it knows what it's doing, which is what it does a lot. If it doesn't know something, it will just big itself up and lie its way through and hope that you accept it. And that's how I react to it. Wait, what's the chat saying? So Gartbread X was saying, wait, OnlyFans? No, I'm not subscribing to someone's OnlyFans. Actually, I'm not going to talk about it here. Gartbread X, I was just having lunch. Crack Dealer said Murder Drones episode 5 came out yesterday. Check it out. Murder Drones? It's really good. Oh god, Ash's slave. What slave? Anyway, ChatGPT. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to try it for some side projects and see. I'm going to use it mainly just to ask it questions, to learn stuff and give me examples, coding examples and things. I'm going to see how useful it is as a Google on steroids that can also give you examples. And I'm going to just run with that and see if it like helps my workflow. God, feels like an asshole saying that. But so I've already added that. So Game Pass. You can get Game Pass for 1 month. You don't have to get it for like 6 months minimum or anything, do you?
No, you don't have to keep the subscription going. You can always just drop in for a month, play what you want, and then drop out again. I just like to keep the subscription going so that I always have something available if I want to get to it.
Right, I'll keep that in mind because I think September...
Like Omori, which I'm playing on Game Pass.
Oh, you're playing that on Game Pass?
Mm-hmm. Which also means that I can transfer it to my PC and the save is across as well. It's fine.
Crack Dealer is asking...
Microsoft have just sort of done their platform like that, huh?
Crack Dealer is asking, how about Get Good? What?
How about Get Good?
What, just Get Good instead of using ChatGPT?
Thank you.
Anyway, so there you go. A little bit of politics. God, what the fuck is this stream? Right, fuck this.
You started
Switch
it.
to no
Come on,
avatar.
let's go.
Let's get in here. Continue. Right,
no.
6.
Yes!
That
It's the second one. Number 2. So we've started on we've started a new arc, and that is literally the first sentence. We haven't read it yet.
What happened in the last episode? I forgot.
How could you forget? The girls went absolutely fucking apeshit, went to school, danced circles around.
Oh shit, yeah, and then they ate each other, or bashed each other,
or something, and they killed each other apparently. In our main dude's dreams. So he ran to the school, saw that they were dead, freaked out, and then apparently Toei's ghost spirit, higher being, player maybe, I don't know, appeared, was like, oh fucking hell, finally. Then the game ended, and now we're in a new arc. But there was an explosion. Something blew up at the school. He's dead too.
Oh yeah, okay, and then we're starting what I think is a new loop.
Yeah, we're on a new loop, I think.
But
before he died, he was like, this reminds me of a thing that happened. Then we went doodly doodly doodly, the opening played, and now we're here. We're back in the distant past, I think. Or maybe it was just yesterday, I don't know.
Crackty was saying, fuck off, that was personal. I hope your toast burns and your... Wait, what did we say?
I hope your toast burns and your beans rot.
Not my beans on toast!
Fuck.
Also, what did we say? Crack, you need to be specific. We said a lot of random shit. What was it you took personal? Let's get into this. I did realise that Crack Deer did at one point say progress, and, you know, I was expecting the hand, but it didn't appear. Also, the broke girl went emo. Did she?
She started cutting herself.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, I forgot. She was like,
how could you forget?
I don't know, I just blank it out because it's fucked up, right?
Softy. Anyway.
Mate, what do you mean softy? I just forget about it and then I have to do work and shit and then
You blacked it out because it was traumatizing, is what you said.
I don't know. Like I just blank it out. Like I don't know. Old man brain. It's probably for the best, man. Sitting there thinking about what's her face, giving herself some DIY tattoos and blood. Not ideal. Anyway.
Tattoos.
Yeah, special tattoos that are pretty permanent, just like real tattoos. But red. And Riri was like, Heavy Suzumu, did you know about Kiko? Oh god, yes. Did you know that she used to be this? Oh fuck, yeah, she was fucking.
Did you remember how her fucking like grammar, spelling, punctuation, and everything just deteriorated as the text went on?
I remember what the fuck's her name? Kiko, right?
Yelling.
Yeah, good. Ah! Why won't you phone me, bitch? And I was like, fuck. And she's kicking the wall and shit. Damn. Yeah, fuck. What the hell, brain? Why did I forget all that? That was fucking traumatizing, but also kind of awesome. Basically, the shit hit the fan more so than usual. I'm the crack dealer with that. I could do with a cup of tea, but it's too warm. Maybe a cup of that's like.
Get some iced tea.
Oh, I know, but that is so. That's sacrilege, man. Fucking iced tea. Anyway. The plants, flowers, and even animals were wasting away from the long drought. The villagers had reached the last of their limited provisions. The crop fields had lost their vibrancy, and they could expect little from the autumn harvest at this rate. If they had only been lush, then the villagers could have had hope. They wanted rain, but more than anything, they wanted food to last them through the day. The villagers starved and dehydrated, grovelled. All they could do was wait for a blessing from the heavens. That said, they couldn't just sit back and starve to death either. A group of young men with energy to spare fought back their hunger as they prowled the hills and mountains for a game and edible plants. A wounded deer ran through the dead trees covering the mountainside. Also, what is this music in the background? It's really weird.
No, the ch-ch-ch is the sound of deer running away.
I thought that, but it's so constant. That's a weird deer gate.
Or maybe it's people running, I don't know. But it's a running sound effect, it's not music.
Okay.
And the wind is blowing as well.
Oh shit, fuck! This motherfucker! Ah! Not
That's
you!
Not Suzumu.
That's Suzumu's ancient ancestor, dumbass Mutsu.
And he's also got longer hair, look at the back.
Nice, he is. Sexy ponytail man. It was the first prey they'd trapped in a while, but just when they were about to kill it, it went berserk and tore out of the trap. Even Mutsu, the fastest and strongest youth in the village, had a hard time catching a wild deer on the run despite its injuries. Thank God that sound effect's gone. Oh my god, the crap deer saying they're jacking the deer off.
I'm reminded of an episode of South Park.
Oh, that's not going to end well. Anyway, but after leaping over a thin mountain stream, the deer ran out of breath and crouched to the ground. The young men readied their spears and tried to cross the stream. But Mutsu shook his head, stopping them.
六神様の約束だよ。六神様のたたりはごめんじゃ。
I mean, yous are starving to death. You've used up a lot of energy to capture this deer. So to let this deer go,
legend or deity going to do stop you now?
I mean, you're gonna it's like catch-22, isn't it? Let the deer go, otherwise you'll suffer the wrath. But if you let the deer go, you might die of hunger. And it's like, what is the Lord gonna do when you're dead? The deer appear to know the same thing. Oh, crafty deer! Did it give it the side eye? It's like, huh. What a dick. It calmly crouched there and stared back at its impotent pursuers. This is a troll deer. The mountain of Lord Rokugami must never be tread upon.
I'm sure that applies to you as well, dear. Enjoy shit in the afterlife.
No, I think the animals are free to roam wherever. That was the sole taboo imposed. It was imposed on the villagers especially. It was said that Rokugami, the deer god's retainers, the golden deer, lived there on the mountain. Oh, well. The mere act of seeing one would extend your lifespan, and the creatures were worshipped. Wait, why are you hunting deer then? Are you allowed to hunt deer if the god of the mountain is...
Whenever I come across a legend like this, right, I'm always reminded of fucking Pokemon and how it just seemed to be Japanese deities but sold for cute toys in games.
It's a very cynical way of looking. I'm just looking at my ceiling. I'm seeing a small spider and a small fly, and I'm like, oh, I should probably do something about that, but nah. Hopefully
the spider lands on your head, mate.
Then I'll quickly cut to a breakaway and then run around. Fucking, you'll just, if I don't mute myself, me fucking smashing
after
things.
we hear you going, ah! And running.
Yeah, you wish, mate. I'll just be like, ah, fuck you, you bastard. Fucking.
I always did love hearing about my brother's internet cutting out because his internet was really shit when he was studying. So you'd always go, ah! And then it just cut. Because you would hear his rage as the internet cut.
You're saying to me when I was having my connection problems with the streams, one of the times I just went, oh shit, and apparently I cut.
yeah, I remember that. That was fucking funny. You went, oh shit, there goes
so I mean, as long as you guys on the stream get a bit of a laugh at least, you know what I mean?
I think that happened for me as well. Remember that one time when I had to fucking restart OBS and we reconnected in?
Yeah.
I went back to check, and that was literally what happened. I go, oh shit, and you just hear Windows sound effects.
Yeah, I think I remember that. It's fucking... It's good content. Bad for you as the streamer, but great for everyone else.
I love comedy like that. It's great.
Yeah, unintended. Garlic bread X is Mutsu the tree cricker. Yes.
That's. I was saying the other one where he says the spider wants to watch too.
Well, the spider, you fucking stay up there, spider, right? If you drop down, I'll smash you. And
pay rent, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm just worried that it's warmer weather. I'm not going to get some infestation of flies or something. I just better be.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you don't want
fucking weather. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been like it's very humid, very warm. Ideal for insects to breed. So, usually in Scotland it's cold and shitty, which makes it hard. So, anyway.
How long until Flying Ant Day?
I don't know. I don't see ants that much around the place. I know down south.
One time I went out, there was fucking flying ants everywhere. It was annoying.
But they can't actually fly. The wings are just used to loft.
They appear everywhere, honestly, and they have wings and shit.
Yeah,
and
so do they flap the wings, or are the wings mainly used to be blown up into the air?
I've seen some flying. I don't know if it's floating or if they can fly off their own locomotion, but yeah, I've seen a few.
I feel like
it fucking bugs me. I'm like, all right, fine. At least it's only for one day.
I mean, of course it's going to bug you. They're bugs. Taylor's saying, if you drop down, I'll smash your Ashmanix 2023. Taken out of context. Ash smash. Anyway.
There you go. There's your attack name.
Ash! How do I do this? Smash!
Smash!
Oi, you! Plonker! That's a bit too British. Oi, you!
That's
Fuck.
too English, you mean?
What would be a Scottish way to do it? Ha! You!
You're just taking that Kevin Bridges story.
That's what Scottish people do. Ha! You! Gonna smash you! And not in a good way! Smash the subscribe button. That's very bad segue.
Just go, oh, you look at my bird, and then headbutt him Glaswegian style.
Ho you, I'm gonna smash you, and ho you viewer, you better smash like and subscribe. Sorry, that was terrible. Anyway, fuck it, let's carry on. But the mountain was holy ground. Bringing earthly corruption onto it would result in wrath most ferocious.
仕方ないよ。お山は犯せない。他を探そう。手ぶらじゃ帰れんぞ。
Yeah, you can. Go
みんな
back
で散って
empty-handed and then
何
enjoy
か食べられるものを探そう。
your comeuppance for being so shit.
I have the solution. Get good! Oh, you suck!
There you are.
Die, you fucking lame hunters.
もうあらかた。
Said by...
Said by the deer as they walk away.
Oh no, said by us, like people of privilege sitting there with our pre-packed fucking meat and shit. Ready-made, ready farmed for us to not actually have to put any effort into it.
Delivered to us by Uber Eats.
Ready-made. Super unhealthily. YouTuber moment. Yeah, you better get good because if I was you, I could hunt 5 deer at the same time. It's like, nah, fuck. I would die hungry. Even if I was in a fucking forest full of like edible plants, I'd probably eat the wrong one that's poison and die. Oh, God. We have come very far from where our ancestors were. Anyway.
それでも何かを見つけるしかないんじゃ。頑張ろう。
Oh God, fucking Suzumu's ancestors, insufferable as he is. Let's just do our best, guys. We're all dying of hunger and hallucinating.
It's just a fucking same copy and paste. It's the same guy, but with a bit longer hair and older clothes.
I mean, yes, obviously, but they had to like visually show that it's an ancestor, isn't it? How else would they do it? I mean, it's without them explicitly going, Mutsu was the ancestor of Suzumu, the dumbass that was punching trees. Instead, this guy kicks the trees and is a friend of deer, apparently. The young men weakly nodded and split up. Like, these guys are hunting and are also, like, starving? This is insane. Like, this is a very bad idea to try and hunt another deer.
But they have to eat. They've got
No.
to eat.
As opposed to just crossing the boundary and taking that deer. Like, this is a life or death, I think, situation. And I think they've chosen the option that's just going to totally screw them over. And this Mutsu, or whatever, has some magic kicking powers that can, like, kick a deer to death instantly or something. But let's see. If they didn't eat, they'd die. If they didn't want to die, they'd have to find food. From a modern perspective, this was an era where death was a constant companion. But that was just the way things were back then. Those who were born in those times never questioned them. Hunger and the ever-present threat of death were only natural. A certain robust young man had lived in this era. His name was Mutsu. What the fuck is this transition? Oh, the clouds! 1 second, Cooksoul, let me just be like, ah! Old man has to shout at clouds. Garlic Bread X is saying, I'm going to be disappointed if Atsuta doesn't have an ancestor that looks just like him, that screams a psycho all the time.
I want to see this now.
Crack Dealer is saying, so we're going to see everyone's ancestors. I've got
very clearly we are.
Are we? Do you think so?
We've already seen one. We are going to see the rest of them. We're going to have some sort of context established.
What do you think is going to be like a circular a story that's repeated throughout time, like Link and Zelda, like people that are reborn and shit. This is like the house in Fata Morgana. No spoilers. Anyway,
Spoilers for the house in Fata Morgana.
kind of, but also play the house in Fata Morgana. Buy it, play it. It's great. There were
wow, even you're doing that as well. Not watch my playthrough, guys.
Watch my playthrough afterwards because I butcher it, but honestly, it's
worth it.
It's so good. If you can, I want people to buy it and play it and give those people something back for what they did. It's really good. It's quite different, and the characterization is really good, and the art style is. It took me a while to get used to it because I was like, this is not my normal anime art style.
It's not an anime art style. It's more for.
It's not an anime
European
art style at all.
influence.
Yes, it's beautiful. Oh, anyway. Crack Dealer saying Kiko and her delinquent lineage. Yeah, watch it, people. It's outstanding. Yes, even Crack Dealer saying it. If you can afford it, do buy it. It is on Steam, and I'm sure it's on other stuff. And give it a go because I've been enjoying it so far. Unless the ending ends up being totally shit, changing my opinion, but I find that hard to believe.
It's the journey, not the destination, everyone.
And I think because I've been voicing the characters and stuff like that, you're more immersed. I've been more immersed in it. You
get more immersed. That happened with me and Koikari, yeah.
Oh, it's great. I mean, it's kind of like, see, when you're a kid and you're like, oh, I'm going to play the character and do that shit. It's basically like that, but as an adult, while recording the video and showing it to like tens of people online. So anyway, huzzah for being a man-child and being able to do cool stuff. Carrying on, there were various theories regarding when the faith centered around the god known as Rokugami Hiko no Mikoto began. God, that was a mouthful.
Oh, hang on a second. I'm just going to very quickly say I'm on Twitter. RGG Studio, Ryuga Gotoku Studio, has said an unexpected chain of events sets two legendary ex-Yakuza, Kasuga Ichiban and Kazuma Kiryu, on a larger-than-life RPG adventure. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is the previously announced 8th iteration in the flagship series. So that is actually Yakuza 8, basically, then, what they showed.
I've not seen it. When's it supposed to be coming out?
Next year, next year.
Fuck, that's ages away.
Anyway, sorry for interrupting. Let's carry on.
If the oldest writings were to be believed, it already existed at some point between the 8th and 12th centuries. In other words, over 1,000 years ago. It's likely that the mountain was designated a non-hunting area so as to prevent people from hunting game such as deer to the point of extinction. Eventually, it became a holy ground and was revered as a sacred mountain where the deer god Rokugami lived. And that god became known as Rokugami Hiko no Mikoto, the deity enshrined in Iwaihime Shrine. Wait,
welcome back, Sensei.
The teacher was telling us the story?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is weird. God, that is a fucking Japanese ass name as well.
Kurokami? The Kurokami own that mountain, but they don't worship it. Okay.
Of course they don't. They fucking own it. They'll be like, haha, mountain, now who's boss?
Wait, let me hear. I want to hear them say the thing.
Rokugami Hiko no Mikoto. You didn't say it!
I know, what the fuck?
Go up, above.
The teacher just said it just now. No, I need to... Wait, go back. She said it there, but I need to click next.
Okay, correct, dealer. I want to issue a small correction. It's actually a fairly large correction. And then she gaped. Turns out gaped, I looked it up. It is actually proper English. It does mean to look in surprise and amazement.
Oh, gape. Yes. Oh.
So we were just being down bad.
Let me just...
Wait, did she say it?
Rokugami Hiko no Mikoto. She says it first,
yeah.
And then she says the rest because that's the way Japanese...
Yeah, first you put the subject and then you move on to the verb.
There's other languages like that as well, isn't there? So, yeah.
Asian languages tend to be like that, yeah.
何をご神体にしているんでしょう。
Another god?
もちろん一
The
般
dolls.
公開はされてないからほとんどの参拝客は知らない。
What?
We've seen what's inside there. It's a whole bunch of dolls. Remember?
Yeah, but she's saying that most of the worshippers that come here have no idea who the... Like, do they not know who they're worshipping?
No, they come here, they worship, they go home. They don't think about it. Whereas
No,
on
but-
the side, we've seen... What?
They worship something. You don't go to a shrine to worship something. No, so are they going to worship the deer god?
Hmm.
Well, let me just see.
研究の結果ご神体の正体は分かってるの。後で教えるけれどとても意外なものよ。
Fuck off with this fucking cock tease. Tell me what it is.
Garlic Bread X has clarified. He says, yes, subject, object, verb is the most common sentence order.
What, in the world or in Asian countries?
I
Asian
think we were
languages,
talking
sorry.
about
Subject, object,
object, verb.
verb. Ooh.
So subject, what you're talking about. Object, who's talking about, and then verb, what's happening. You know, the action.
The doing thing.
Languages
Languages.
in general.
Oh, so what? English is just bizarre.
English is bizarre. It's a fucking Frankenstein of a language, and we know this already.
Yeah, but this is actually fascinating. I'm quite interested in learning a bit more about languages and different languages. I kind of want to learn other languages. Good for the mind, but it's also kind of cool to be able to try and... Because your language to a degree... Oh, no, Spider's still there. Your language is... I looked up and I thought, oh, it's gone. It just moved a bit. It's like, where are you bastard? They kind of influence how you think of things to a degree, depending on what language you grow up with.
Of course.
Yeah, and it's kind of fascinating.
What's also fascinating is when you look at multilingual speakers, right? When they switch between languages, they also have a slight shift in personality as well. It's been observed that happens.
Interesting. Well, yeah, you hear people like who speak a different language, and they're just like confident in that language, their mother tongue, right? Saying it and like, whoa, you know, I don't know, I can't say anything in another language like sensu waka wata. You hear that, and then that person speaks English, is like, hello, and you're like, what the fuck? It's like, what happened to you?
I have not seen this clip for a long time. I've been looking for it, but there's a great clip of the VTubers Ollie and Anya, both of whom are from Holo ID, the Indonesian branch of Hololive. They are multilingual in that they can speak English, Japanese, and Indonesian fluently, right? And there's this one stream where someone clipped it, I can't find it. They were arguing with each other, and their arguments was insane because they just kept going between Indonesian, English, and Japanese, and they're just like crossing languages constantly.
Yeah, the suburbs are going, fuck yous!
But I remember when fucking the Indonesian branch opened, right? And the subbers were going fuck you. I remember there's one with Ollie just going crazy, and the person couldn't even be bothered. He just put at the bottom Indonesian.
I don't blame him. Can I ask you a question? This is a Discord thing. I've noticed your icon has a little helmet on it, or not helmet, headphones.
This is completely separate, yeah.
What is that all about?
So Discord is celebrating its birthday. And that's one of the benefits. It just says, to celebrate Discord's birthday, everyone is invited to try out activities and a whole bunch of other stuff. That's one of the other stuff.
Do you have to be a Nitro person?
I'm not sure.
I want headphones.
It will go, I think, anyway.
Oh well, I just saw that and I was like, what the fuck? Because I clicked on it and then it shows you a little animation of the headphones moving a bit. If you click, it was interesting. But anyway... Crack Dealer is asking, how many languages can you speak? 2. English. Scottish.
I like that.
I can speak.
That's pretty good.
we learned some French back when I was in school. Je m'appelle Ashmanix. J'habite l'Écosse.
I learned Spanish instead of French, but I'm no good at Spanish. I can't speak my mother tongue. I need to learn that.
I can't speak. I can't speak jack shit, but I can speak a bit. I like, oh, je m'appelle.
Yeah. So if I count English, a bit of Spanish, a bit of French doesn't fucking count. I don't remember a damn thing. My mother tongue. I can roughly 3, but not. I'm mainly English and just English.
Cracked, you're saying I can speak 4, but not gonna say which are those, so I don't dock myself immediately. Oh, 4.
That's fair enough, mate. And
I mean,
that
4 is
actually
pretty impressive. Yeah, I can speak Japanese. Nani?
Oh, I suppose Japanese. Would you count Japanese?
No, I would. I can't speak jack shit, mate. I could go nane, and shine. Shine, ya bastard.
Oh, well, yeah, you definitely can't. I reckon I could actually go to Japan and maybe get, like, the most basic conversation going before I'm like, tag out, I can't speak anymore.
Me no speak the Japanese.
Google Translate, where are you?
Garlic Bread X says, I only speak 2 and 0.001% of Japanese. To be fair, guys, if you can speak more than one language,
You're doing really well.
That in and of itself is really impressive.
Yeah.
And if you grew up with more than one language, it is massively beneficial to you as a part, like, to your mind. And
it's like, yeah, for your brain, it's like multi-processing or some shit.
Yeah, because you have to, especially if you learn something like English and say something like Japanese or something that has a very different structure to the way it's spoken, like, it really makes a difference. And I think it makes it easier for you to be able to pick up other languages later on. I do want to learn other languages, but I don't. I need to learn a language that I'm going to speak with people, because it's not going to stick. I can learn a language using whatever apps and the internet and all that, and I can remember phrases and things, but it almost doesn't matter until you have a conversation, and then you have to apply that to a normal conversation and to a flow of conversation, and that's where it really sticks. So I need to meet any hot Japanese people in the out there wanting to help me learn Japanese. There was actually a video that was online I saw recently talking about Westerners or people who speak English that go to Japan. So either foreigners or even people who are kind of like half, I don't know, Western, half Japanese, and how, like, they were saying, I think it's mostly foreigners, and they say that they don't know, a lot of people approach him to be friends and all that, a lot of Japanese people, but a lot of the times they just approach him not to be friends but just to learn English, which kind of sucks. So they get kind of wary now. It's like when someone approaches them and is friendly and wants to be friends, they think to themselves, are they just doing this to learn English or because they really want to be my friend? And I said, that's a weird thing. I've never thought about it that way. Even what's our man Sea Dog, I think he was saying that. There was a clip of him saying something like that as well, that's happened to him where he feels that way. Cracked was saying it was easy to learn when I was a kid, now it's BS. Crack Dealer, it's just that yeah, a lot of things are easier to learn as a kid, but honestly I think if you give it time and like it's a barrier in the beginning, but it's something that once you gain momentum on doing something, it becomes easier, and then you find yourself surprisingly learning a lot faster than you think you would, even as an adult. But anyway, let us continue. I love this language stuff. I do want to learn different languages. So Kuxo, do you know anyone that speaks Japanese?
Speaks Japanese?
Yeah, speaks it. Not someone like me who's a weeb that's learned it a bit, but just like someone who's Japanese who speaks Japanese. Someone who's fluent in it. Doesn't matter.
Garlic Bread X, you know him as well, but I know one person who I go to for like translations of things every now and then.
Are they a fluent speaker?
I don't know if he speaks it.
I kind of want there's probably stuff online to do this. Actually, there'll be stuff online to randomly.
I learned and I showed him, and he was like, "Yeah, this is a good way of doing that." But when I learned the hiragana and katakana alphabets, I showed him, and he was like, "Yeah, this is a pretty good way of learning." And I managed to commit to memory those alphabets, so I can read that at least.
All I remember from that, because I learned, is hiragana the ones that are
typical one? Hiragana
phonetics?
is the typical.
Which one's the phonetics? Are they both the same? Because one of them's more.
They both sound the same, but hiragana is used as typical Japanese, and katakana is used for emphasis or foreign influence words.
Oh, okay. So I remember the character for no, which is like a circle almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I remember. Something no, that's and that, and There's one or two, because I started learning. I bought a book years ago. This is like maybe a decade or more ago, and it's still in my cupboard somewhere. And I was starting to try and teach myself Japanese, but like everything I do, it fell by the wayside and nothing came of it. And
I got to kanji and I thought, oh my god, this is way too much for me right now. I can't. So yeah.
I was actually speaking to someone who is like their mother tongue is Mandarin. Yeah, wait a minute. Which one? No, Mandarin is the mainland China one. Cantonese is the one spoken mostly in like places of Hong Kong. I think it's Cantonese then. And they were actually talking about how, you know, it's a difficult language to learn. Even knowing Cantonese, they tried to learn Mandarin because, you know, so they're from a certain area and they were trying to learn Mandarin so they could speak like the more mainland China Mandarin Chinese, and they said it was too hard for them. I was like, what? You speak Cantonese and you found Mandarin too hard? I was like, wow, that's scary. And I think because with Chinese, because Japan's inherited a lot of stuff in their language from Chinese, like the words that they use that are symbols that represent stuff, as opposed to the simple
Kanji.
Yeah, the kanji. A lot of that's inherited from like Japanese. I think in Chinese. In Chinese, there's like 80,000 different characters. That they in Chinese.
Because that's fucking efficient, isn't it?
Yeah, and so like I think the Chinese that's used online when they're typing is like a simplified Chinese, and I don't know how you simplify Chinese. Yeah, it's crazy languages and.
Oh, what the fuck! Sorry, got another breaking news. The Final Fantasy 16 demo is coming out today. Shit.
Are you gonna stream it tonight?
No. But I am gonna download it.
You know you want to. Anyway, let's carry on with this stream.
Yeah, let's. Come on, we haven't gone anywhere. Come, let's. It's Iwaihime Sundays. Let's go.
It was a Sunday after the Iwaimoto Shopping District's Happy Fun Carnival. Happy fun. Miss Hinagata had told me she wanted to talk about something, and so we met at Iwaimoto Shrine. Last week I did something rather shameful.
Oh, don't worry about it, Suzumu. Every boy goes through this.
Every boy wets the bed at some point. We'd had a sleepover in order to prepare for an early morning. However, I must have caught a cold, as the next day I broke out into a fever that forced me to leave the others and go home early. Okay.
You didn't punch enough trees, mate.
Perhaps it was punishment for my frivolous behaviour.
Wait, what was your frivolous behaviour?
Kiko had confessed to me the day before that... What? Kiko had confessed to me...
No, wait, hang on. So this... Each arc seems to be like building on the previous.
Yeah,
so
like...
this is just going to be a canon event now.
They speedrun it, yeah. So like some of the main points always happen, but the results and what are slightly different. But this doesn't make sense. Kiko had confessed to me the day before that. Full stop.
No, that makes sense. The day before that.
Oh, fuck, I can't fucking speak English. I'm good at the English. Do you know how you look at something and you can only read it one way? And I got stuck in that and I couldn't read it. English, great language. Scottish is better. Just go, ha, yeah! And then that's it. That's the whole language.
You know what, right? You recently brought up Iron Brew adverts.
Made with girders.
Independently, I actually remembered sharing some of those fucking Iron Brew adverts.
Oh.
So I went back to watch them, and they are fucking hilarious. They really are.
That is Scottish humour. Like,
I know, it's so good. The fucking one where, first of all, there's the mum who's got a new push-up bra. Right?
Oh
that
my god! Yeah.
And then there's the one with the kid, right? And he's got like what those things that you squeeze to train your grip strength? I don't know what they call.
Oh, the hand we'll call it hand exercising thing.
Hand exerciser thingy. You squeeze it to increase your grip strength. So he's got his headphones on. He's facing the window away from like the door.
Remember this?
And he's just gripping it and squeezing it. And his mum walks in because she's doing the laundry. And she looks at him and it looks like he's jacking off. It's like, fuel the burn. And she goes, practice makes perfect, and walks out.
That is, oh my god, there was like, I remember,
God,
you know
so
the posters they would do, right, on the billboards, the billboards they'd have, right? There was like one with a shit. I need to look this up because I need to get this right. There was one with a kid, right? Let's see.
I hate billboard posters.
Why?
Honestly, because I have bad memories of two of them. First of all, well, this one's not a bad memory, but it's super weird. You know the drink Tizer?
Yeah. The one with the head, the guy in the head.
Yeah, so that would always freak me out. I'd just see the fucking head, and like if they cut the top of the head open, it's like pouring a drink in it. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Or there's a drink pouring out of it. I can't remember which way it was.
Yeah. I quite liked that. I thought it was cool.
I was a bit young. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. Anyway, and the other one which really bothered me was it's an advert to put you. It's like a health warning thing, is to put you off oil. And to this day, I don't like too much oil in my food because of this. But it's like it goes like, if you eat a packet of crisps, you're having this much oil, and it just shows this woman drinking like oil from from like a pack of oil that you buy.
Oh fuck!
Like sunflower oil or vegetable oil, or whatever the fuck that you.
Was that on the billboard?
It was on a billboard. It just shows her drinking it, and there's like oil going down her mouth and down her like neck.
What the fuck? I never saw this.
That was fucking disgusting. And since then, I'm like, no, I don't like oil.
Right, I'll give you an example. Some of the Iron Brew billboards you got, right? One of them is a kid being breastfed, right? Like literally a kid sucking a breast, but they've done it in a way that you can't easily see.
It's not going to be breaking obscenity laws, yeah.
But it's funny because you see they've done it in a really funny way that the breast is right there, but you can't see it because of shadow. Anyway, the caption is, Mum's been at the Iron Brew again.
What?
Yeah, that's the caption for it.
Is the implication the kid's drinking Iron Brew straight from the tea?
Yeah. And then there's another one with a woman kissing a guy, right, on the beach. I think it's on the beach, and it says, "If I suck hard enough, maybe I can get my Iron Brew back." And then there was another one. Oh yeah, there's a woman, just like, it's like a woman and a guy, like a nice couple, right? And it says, "My two favorite things: Iron Brew and dick." These were billboards that they had up, man. What I think I love about Scotland is the fucking humour, right? It's like
Scottish humour really is the best.
There was one about the size of the can as well, which I don't know if I'll
If they want to compare sizes, right, surely they must have something against Monster.
And then there's a guy looking at it like, "Oh, I love it when the neighbour gets her Iron Brew out." With a guy peeking out his window. Like, so, yeah, the Iron Brew advertising strategy was great, but clearly they have to be extra
cheeky, adult-orientated humour, yeah.
Yeah. How to traumatize someone. Oh, so the anime Shadow and Sunlight BS, what the fuck? It's the way the picture is taken. It's very... have a look
They will have edited it so to play with, like,
no, I mean, shit. Yeah, but like it's done in a way that it's natural shading. It's a black and white picture, so they've also increased the contrast and stuff probably at the same time. It's done very well, and Iron Brew advertising's always, oh god, those were the good days. I don't see that much advertising on the because I don't watch the telly that much nowadays. I don't watch live TV. I just watch like YouTube and VODs and.
I don't watch live TV either.
God, though, Iron Brew's pretty good for that. But the old adverts from like the fucking, I don't know if it was like the 60s or the 70s or whatever. Some black and white adverts I saw. They used to be like, because Iron Brew was originally made for the steel workers in Scotland, and so that's why it had the Iron Man on it to represent steel workers, right? Or the Steel Man. The Steel Man's is in the logo. And then the advert was just like, "Iron Brew made from girders," like said just like that, and I was just like, oh god, so Scottish. But having said all of that, sorry about the extra fucking tangent. Let's carry on. At first, I thought going out with her would make for a good learning experience. I don't know why that sounds kind of horrible. to say
They said it in the arc itself. Like, oh, we'll be practicing how to date, basically.
We'll be practicing. Look, I'm just practicing how to bang you multiple times. Oh, we have to keep doing this. I'm not very good at this. Let's keep doing this. Let's keep practicing. But I was still in the middle of my I was in the middle of my training. I need to punch more trees. Until I became a full-fledged man, it was too early for love.
I'm sorry. You can interpret that in a few ways. That's hilarious.
It's okay, Suzumu. It's too early for love. Yeah, just ignore the people that are into you. You won't turn into a man, an old man that's like sitting there with nothing on his own in his old age. Anyway, I told Kiko that day that the day. Oh my! I told Kiko that the day. Isn't there supposed to be a comma there?
No comma in that one.
I told Kiko that the day of the sleepover.
Yeah.
Is that fucking right punctuation? I feel like it's off.
No, that's correct. I will give that the okay.
Fucking hell. I've given her the okay at first, and I appreciated her feelings, but I wanted us to go back to the way we were before. Oh, damn. He just went, do you know how I said, yeah, let's do this? Let's just be friends.
I love you, but I need to punch more trees.
No. What he said is, Kiko, I love you. And then the next day he goes, do you know what? Can we just be friends again? Could you imagine that? Oh my god. Any girl at that age would fucking lose her shit. I would lose my shit.
Especially Kiko.
Yeah, because she's like already married this guy in her head a million times. I mean, god, can you imagine if a girl was just like, yeah, let's go out, and then the next day she's like, I thought about it. Can we just
actually let's not.
Can we just be friends? I bet that would kill my fucking like. He
just
confidence.
runs at her and goes, "Control set."
Undo. Let's just be friends. I want to play the field more. Look at this understatement of the fucking century. Kiko was miffed, to say the least. What? But eventually she forgave me with a smile. What? This is not. Yeah. Wishful thinking, mate. This is definitely not real. I believe I made the right decision.
Good on you, mate.
Basically, he avoided a bad ending. As for why,
he still had that dream.
Yeah, so I think he's dreaming of previous loops.
Okay.
This reminds me of fucking, I don't know, it's not the same, but it's reminding me of 13 Sentinels with the whole looping thing.
We only saw the main loop though. We saw like some stuff from previous.
We saw
loops.
2 loops, didn't we? We saw excerpts from 2 loops.
We saw excerpts from 2 previous loops. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, this feels like a similar setting where like we're seeing the loops, right? But he's like dreaming of the previous loops and learning from it. It just reminded me, it's a similar thing of looping and looking back in time.
Oh my good god. Fucking, I got another fucking tweet. It goes, 15 years ago today, Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots launched on PS3. I'm like, whoa.
Yes.
That explains why fucking Kojima was tweeting so much about MGS4.
But also, is there anything else from that? Who's tweeting that?
Gematsu Magazine.
Oh, no one gives a fuck. I thought if it was Hideo Kojima...
Crack Dealer says, spoiler Dio.
Oh shit.
Crack Dealer, Sentinels is finished. We are moving on.
I apologize. I didn't... Sorry, guys. Sorry. 13 Sentinels players, ignore me. Never mind. As for why I'd had a horrible dream that night, that began with us confessing to everyone that we'd started dating. I'd been having bad dreams since the night before. It may even have been the same nightmare over and over again. I ended up hurting Kiko a little. I would have to reflect on that and continue training hard. I have hurt my friend. I will punch trees! And that brings us to today. Is this going to be the teacher route? Is this going to be the teacher route? Kuxo, please tell me this is the teacher's route.
I can't make any promises, but this looks like it's the teacher's.
I need the teacher route. Do you know what? Suzumu, get lost. I'm just gonna jump into the game at this point. Give me the teacher.
Can I just say something? So Persona 3 is getting a remake, and I just want to point out to everyone there is a teacher route in that game as well.
Wait, let me check this.
What are you doing?
1 second. Persona 3 teacher. Ooh. Ooh. Wait, who's this dude? Fuck that. Miss Kano. Wait, there's a bunch of characters that come up when I search for this.
This is a bunch of teachers.
Yeah, is there? Oh my god, I played the wrong Persona game. Anyway, distractions.
もちろんそこは非公開。無理に暴けばたたりがあるそうだから、一般人は誰も入れないけれどね。
Nobody's broken into the shrine at any point in its history.
僕たちはそのご神体に向かってこの拝殿から拝むわけですね。
そういうこと。まあ、神社はどこもそうなんだけどね。
Crack dealer's falling behind.
Crack dealer saying...
First Fatamagana, then the third Epiphycambana, and then some animes. You got a lot to catch up on. But he's focusing on Fatamagana first.
I will do my... I don't think I've done... I'll do... I don't want to spoil the house in Fata Morgana, especially because Kuxul hasn't gotten very far in it.
I'm well behind. I need to catch up too.
So I'm not going to talk about it. There's a very low danger of me talking about it, what happens in it, because Kuxul's not up to speed, and it's not going to benefit anyone but myself.
I am acting as protection for you.
Yeah, basically, Kuxul is the condom of the cum that is the House of Farada. The cum that is a spoiler for House and Famorgana. You picture that now. There you go.
Ribbed for your pleasure.
Oh my god. Anyway.
We will do a spoiler cast, surely.
Yeah, it'll just be me. Yeah, we need to have a chat about it. It's
Yes! Garlic Bennett saying, punch trees goes to impress his teacher, goes to confess to teacher, goes to marry teacher, goes to teacher happy.
I honestly
love those arrows.
I know this is a trope. Oh man, but if there's teachers out there in Japan that are just like lonely and neat, I'm out there, mate. I'm catching my next flight to Japan. I work remotely, so I could technically work from Japan for a while. Ashmanix is coming for you, teachers of Japan. That sounds sinister as fuck that I think about it. Anyway, Miss Hinagata had called me over to the shrine to tell me something in private. But since it was all related to the shrine itself, I felt like I was on a field trip. At first I thought she was going to explain why she'd invited me to join the LCSC. However...
先生は神社とか郷土史とかに詳しいんですね。
まあね、ちょっと縁があっていろいろと調べてたことがあるの。
Oh, the nightmare she's having that she's not telling him about.
縁って何ですか？
何から話せばいいやら、私も戸惑ってるわ。
Crad, you're saying Arrow teacher gapes. He's gonna stalk every Japanese teacher in existence. No, I'm not gonna stalk people. I'm not gonna stalk people.
鈴原君に信じてもらえるように話せる自信が未だにないの。
Oh, Miss Hinagata. He will believe. He believed in the last loop.
普通ではとても信じてもらえないような話なんですか？
普通の人にはとてもね。
But you thought that Suzumu was not normal, which is why you got him to join the LCSC. It's interesting that she's not got that confidence in him yet. Why is it? What happened that made her think that there was a... What happened? He talked about something that made it clear that he had the power. Can you remember what happened in the last loop to make Miss Hinagata think, yeah, he's definitely knows something that's going on?
He had the power to heal by touching people. So she was like, let's go have you touch the girls, not inappropriately, under supervision.
But also inappropriately.
It was working until Toei, when she flipped the fuck out and dolls started exploding. And then
shit.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh shit, that was a bad idea actually. And then she turned into like Super Toei, where she becomes mega horny, and and they're like, yeah, this was a real bad idea.
I think did the dad not appear randomly? Go, oh, what are you doing?
The dad was like, how dare you touch my daughter? Yeah.
Crackdeer goes, ha, caught you. That's what every stalker would say. I'm not stalking.
It's also said teacher approved molestation.
Yes.
Teacher supervised molestation.
That was the thing. He had said that he was able to heal Kiko. Suba Kiko, yes. And that's what the trigger that gave. She was like, oh, you definitely have the power! So.
だから最初は昔話から始めることにしたの。この町の子なら小学校の時に習うくらい誰でも知っているこの土地の昔話。
Well, if everyone's taught in his elementary school, why the fuck are you going through it again?
You forget that stuff as you grow up if you don't use it. But she's trying to like put things together, and she's like, alright, what is the story we get taught? This guy. In the end, all they could do was look for edible plants.
Are you also telling me that the teacher was able to pass down the story of these kids who could not fucking catch a deer?
Yes. But Mutsu refused to be discouraged and went to a thicket to search. Unlike modern times, people ate whatever they could back then. They didn't have... Mushrooms are not bad though. They didn't have...
I like mushrooms, yeah.
I like mushrooms on pizza. I don't eat mushrooms on their own though.
So good. Oh, I make some great garlic butter mushrooms, and when I make it a full English. Awesome.
Garlic butter... that sounds very luxurious.
Nice.
They didn't have...
That. It's fucking garlic and butter. You cook your mushrooms in it. It's not bad.
I need to learn how to cook more. They didn't have much of a choice when it came to food. So finding anything edible would be a boon beyond all reckoning.
You're clearly waltzing through leaves, mate. Eat the leaves.
Crackdeer is just saying about Suzumu healing the girls, and it calmed them down for a bit, but it was like a catalyst to make them crazy. Yes.
That's us making an inference about how it affected them, but we believe it made them crazy. Yeah.
Yes, I think it was the cat. Yeah. He decided to go a little further. Crackdeer is saying, sorry, Crackdeer. Garlic bread eggs is saying garlic and butter is a great combination. Yeah, you would say that, wouldn't you? Garlic bread eggs. Anything edible in the easily accessible places had already been taken by others. So the trick was
real life.
What, the shop?
Yeah.
So the trick was to look in places harder to reach. Mutsu looked for edible plants while also searching for animal tracks. Animals were major targets. Finding a trail meant a chance to trap one.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at Crack Dealer in the chat.
The bears and wolves were nowhere to be found. They must have left their usual territories to sate their hunger.
So you've gone into territory you know where bears and wolves are present.
If he's able to kill a bear, that would be a decent amount of meat. I know that's probably suicidal, but still. Mutsu honed his senses, knowing he was outside his own usual territory as well. Just then he heard rustling through the thicket. A rabbit? A raccoon dog? Or could it be a wolf? Mutsu crouched down, held his breath, and observed carefully. But in the end, what he saw defied his expectations.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off, game.
Yep,
fuck.
There you go, fresh meat.
Shut up. Don't you dare go there. Crack Dealer is saying bear meat doesn't taste good. Do you know, actually, that reminds me, I watched an episode of Food Wars where they had to use bear meat for something, but bear meat apparently is terrible.
Yeah, there was a whole arc for that, yeah.
Yeah, and bear meat is terrible, so you have to like be really adventurous to try and make it edible.
Use honey.
Apparently.
Or a trick which I learned when I was in India, get mangoes, use that as a tenderizer, and let it marinate in mango stuff overnight or for a day or something, and it'll become super soft.
Mango juice? The mangoes? Ah.
Yeah.
What, do you squeeze the mangoes over it, or do you just wrap it in mangoes?
Green mangoes. Before they become yellow and ripe, if you use the green mangoes, it's more acidic. Use that, it'll tenderize the meat.
So what do you do? Do you cut up the mangoes and put it around the meat?
You cut the mangoes and you put it on top, like sort of like...
Slice and slice?
And like squash it onto the meat. Yeah.
Ah.
And let the juice sort of like drizzle into the meat and marinate in it. And it'll make it super soft.
Does it make it taste like mango?
No, well, you can, but like when you cook it, you're going to put spices in it and stuff, right?
Interesting.
It's a similar concept to using honey when you roast meat as well. But in India they use mangoes. I learned this while I was there, and I'm like, wow, that's amazing. I had the meat like that. It's like it's so tenderized, it almost turns into like
liquid?
A paste.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
It is crazy.
Look at this fucking list. Right, you need to teach me how to cook, so some of these things that you're doing, right? Because I need to. I was saying to my mum the other day.
I loved that when I was there. I was like,
I need to learn how to cook.
Awesome.
I want to learn how to cook and have my own and develop my own general style. That will be terrible, but it will be my style.
I want to try that sometime. I haven't tried it yet, but I want to try that sometime.
And I also want to learn from my mum, because my mum does a lot of home cooking, and I want to be able to cook similar to my mum, so I can, carry on that little family tradition, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. But also then do my own stuff. Anyway, look at this, cooking tips from Cooksoul on stream. This is no ordinary stream. This is an Ashmanic stream with Cooksoul, giving you all the good info and me just listening. Adult man learning that cooking is good.
Cooking is fun. My brother and I like experimenting with stuff.
Yeah. I need to start trying to cook and just getting into that groove where, and then you start experimenting and things. I've not gone to a groove. I do not cook besides the absolute basics of egg omelette and stuff like that, and just like put bunging things in the oven, which doesn't really count. So yeah. Wow, we've got Toy in similar garb to what she usually wears.
She's super adorable, this one.
She is like not super miserable.
It does a lot for her.
Yes. Crack Deer saying, will Ash's style perhaps taste miserable? Yes. She must have been scared by his she must have been scared by his big hunting spear. That's not a euphemism. Mutsu lowered it and attempted to I don't know why I'm interpreting this badly, right? One sec. Mutsu lowered it and attempted to convey he bore no ill will. Wow, listen to Toy being nice and polite. Mutsu couldn't take his eyes off her. What he'd found was a great beauty of an Azusa priestess. Azusa priestesses refer to wandering shrine priestesses in this era. They just wander about? As mediums who could channel gods and spirits, they were sanctified and respected. They were also evangelists, as well as peddlers who brought wisdom and rare goods from afar. And since they were all beautiful young women, it was said they were gladly welcomed by every village they visited. What, did they only choose attractive young women? It's like, you're ugly, you can't be a shrine maiden, get lost. I see Crack Dealer's comment there, lol.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Look at this angle. I've never seen her look at us like that.
Yes, that is a good angle.
No, it's just an interesting new angle. I'm just...
Tell her, we've never seen you in the side profile before.
No, we've never seen her not being a miserable git. She's basically like me, but female and far more attractive and into toes, which I'm not. The Azusa Priestess guided... Why did they have that? And I keep thinking back, it's like, why was that even there?
What?
The whole toe thing with her fiancé.
It was her fucking fiancé forcing her to do shit.
Yeah, but why is that in this visual novel? Why did they have to have that scene? It could have been anything else of him like showing his her obedience to him, but it had to be that. But anyway,
they chose something. They decided to choose that.
They knew it would get the dude.
One way to make him look like a scumbag.
Suck my toes. That's. Anyway, the Azusa Priestess guided Mutsu to a steep slope at the edge of the thicket. At the bottom crouched an elderly priestess. It seemed she'd gotten lost amidst the animal trails and didn't notice the sudden slope until it was too late. Fortunately, a tree trunk had broken her fall, but she'd be in real danger if she took another tumble. We're going to see her granny?
There's the tie we know.
Oh yeah. But she usually has bags under her eyes. I'll help you. I am young and full of vigor. I am a man. I will help you, old lady.
I'll save the day.
Then he falls down. He falls down and breaks his leg.
Oh, yes.
That'd be hilarious. Mutsu nimbly descended the slope. He managed to reach the elderly woman with little difficulty. Mutsu carried the old woman on his back and carefully ascended the slope. She and her companion's luggage were by no means light, but they weren't anything the robust Mutsu couldn't handle. So he took his time making it back up. Eventually he managed to bring the old woman to the top of the slope. This is a weird toy.
Crack dealer says she's honest about what she likes, feet, unlike you who's ashamed about your passion for feet.
I don't have that same passion for feet. I'm on. But she wasn't into it. It was her fiancé dude that was into it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Was forcing her.
And it's like, you know how usually it's like, he's like, come here and give me a kiss, right? Or something to show that she's his puppet, effectively, right? But he was like, no, suck my toes. And I'm pretty sure all the guys in his team were like, and his gang were like, what the fuck?
No, they were all like, haha, yeah, boss, that's awesome. And he's like, just wait till our wedding. I'll have her suck something else. He actually said that. I'm not even making that up.
It's hurting my soul. Anyway.
This is a Ryukishi novel. He loves depicting scumbags.
But he might also have a... Wait, has he done anything else with feet in it? He hasn't really.
No, he hasn't. He just...
No, he's not like Hideo Kojima and the shit jokes thing.
No, I get worried about Kojima with that sometimes.
Hey, he's a man like Mozart. He's a fan of shit and shitting. I suppose you've got to have your kinks. Anyway. I find this funny because it's not the same, but it feels like, you know the JoJo poses you get where they're in like weird poses just to have a conversation?
No, do you know what this is? This is the shaft head tilt almost.
She's just like, I'm just gonna turn to the side and tilt my head towards you and say, would you really? Thank you so much. The head tilt. The head tilt's kind of that kind of, huh? The curious head tilt.
困った時はお互い様さ。
私、鈴の目と申します。あなた様のお名前はお聞かせください。
Wait, what did he say? What did? All right, we have to help each other in times of need, and then she said, "What? Would you please grant me your own help?"
ムツ。
Suzuname.
大した名前じゃないんだ。6人目に生まれたからムツらしいよ。
That actually sucks. They just called you 6.
That's
Your parents, that's super dark. Your parents suck. Anyway.
You remember the quintuplets? Quintessential quintuplets. They did the same thing with the girls in that show.
They do?
Yeah, they're all named after the numbers.
But they're not named just a number. They're not called Ichi.
Ichiko, Nino, Miku, Yotsuba, and Itsuki.
Yeah, but they're not just called, was it Ichi, whatever, Nana. They're not called just the number. It's like calling someone 1, you're 2, you're 3. Like, at least they're based on the number, but they're a name of sorts.
Don't give me fucking ideas. I might actually do that to my kids.
Oh my, I will fucking hit you.
Dark joke, man. Dark.
Don't you dare. You're 1, but you ain't number 1 in anything. You suck, child. Now get some mental scarring from me and...
You were born first. You were born first, but I'll name you 2 because you suck that bad.
Oh my god, we shouldn't have kids. Sometimes, well, I think about myself, I shouldn't have kids.
I am sorry to you, unborn child.
I say to people, I'm gonna be a shit dad. And they're like, oh, you're just saying that when you have kids. But I'm like, no, I've been pretty consistently shit at things and an asshole at things, right? When I say I'm going to be an asshole, I'm going to be an asshole. I know people's like, when you have kids, it's an amazing experience. And you just like, oh, it's like, it changes your life. And I'm like, look at me. I'm a freaking old man. And I've not fucking enjoyed anything, right? And I've gone through various life experiences, and I'm still a miserable git. I was born miserable, and I continue to live miserable.
Yeah, correct. It says public service announcement. Please don't do this.
What, have kids? And giving them mental scarring. Don't. He's saying don't spread your genetics anymore. You should just die out with yourself. You don't want to have many little Ashmanixes prowling the world. Anyway.
I just had a fucking, like, vivid flash image in my head of just, like, several of you running around, but tiny.
What is wrong? Why the
You're
fuck?
the one who put the image in my mind.
What the fuck? When I think of someone having kids, I don't literally think of them.
Like they clone themselves.
And they're all mini-me's fucking running around. That's not how kids work. Anyway. Oh, she's calling us Saramutsu.
Wait, what did she say?
She said Saramutsu.
No, have a play it back. Is it Mutsudono?
Mutsu-sama.
Sama.
Okay, fine.
Why? Because what would Dono be? Master?
Lord.
Lord Mutsu. Right, guys, you need to call me Lord. Lord Ashmanix. Lord Asshole. Mutsu felt a red tinge spread across his cheeks when he saw her smile.
That's like a very, very slight smile, but at the same time, it has a sweet feel to it. Mainly because we've seen her be such a miserable git throughout the story, like you said.
Kuxo has a weakness for girls that smile. Which
I have a weakness for girls who blush. Which
In
has
real
not
life?
hit me that... In anime, mainly. Blushes in real life don't work the same way.
No,
But,
because it could just be like super hot and flushed.
Yeah, exactly. And it just makes them look like they're overheating, and I'm like, man, get them some water.
Get some water. This is like, you're making me overheat, Cookso. And you're like, I don't care. Have some water. What's wrong with you? Whereas in anime, it goes like, and then flushes, and you're like, oh my god! Ah!
One of the dudes, I used to watch Nisekoi with one of the guys. He would take the piss out of me because what was her name? Onodera. She would have those blushes all the time, and I'm like, yep, this is the girl.
This is my girl. And then it's like, the irony is there's this women that are just like blushing in front of Cookso every day, and you totally blank them. I'd love to that'd be so funny if it was true. All these actual women are like blushing in front of you because they think you're cool and all that, and they're like, oh my god, this guy's amazing. And you're just like, what? I don't care. Give me an anime girl that blushes. That's all I need. Crack dealer saying, just go out for the milk when they are born. Don't let them get influenced even by your image. I think my kids are going to learn, if I have kids, I think they'll learn early that I am not someone to hold as a, what'd you call it? A role model. And they'll just go, yep, dad's full of shit. And they'll just do their own thing. Crack dealer's asking, who's your Nisekoi waifu? I've not really watched much Nisekoi. That's really a Cookso question, I think.
I already said Kosaki Onodera.
There you go. Let's carry on. His heart soared for the first time in his life. What game were we watching where it was shit, I was watching something and it was like, he met a girl around his age. Oh no, never mind, that's something else, never mind. Little did they know, this would spark a love that would span a millennium.
Personally, you're a sucker for tsundere, so Chitoge. I can respect that.
I like tsundere. Oh, I know it's so cliche, but
No, you're right. Chitoge Kirisaki. That's her full name.
I love they throw this in. It's like, do you know what? I meet girl. Girl seems nice, and then they throw in, you've just sparked a love affair that will last a millennium. Be like, fuck! That's a commitment.
Actually, fun fact, it's too bad Magical Mado's not here because he really likes the voice actress Nao Toyama, and she does Chitoge, so he likes Chitoge. And I really like Hanakana, and she did the voice of Onodera, so I like Onodera. There we are.
Are they attractive people in their own right, these voice actresses?
They can be, yeah.
In your eyes, do you find them? Do you take a note of what they look like, or do you just care about the voice?
Normally, I don't, but I do know what Hanakana looks like. She got married to the voice actor of fucking Giorno Giovanna, of all people, right? So yeah.
Nice.
That's yeah, nice. Fucking married to JoJo. Imagine that.
I know. And they announced a new bonus chapter for the manga recently. I think it will come out this month. I don't remember.
Yeah. Like, it's been like 10 years since the manga ended or something, and they're like, hey, guys! New Nisekoi chapter! I'm like, what?
Guys! They need money! New Nisekoi chapters!
You need money? Fucking finish the anime, you fucks! There you go.
Well, there's the... Did that peak? I don't know. I've got the filters on. It should be fine. That's your daily Cookso stream.
Do you put the limiters on now?
Do I have the limiters on yours? I don't know if I need it. Let me check the filters I've got. I don't have any audio filters on you. Maybe I should do it.
Brilliant.
But yeah, but Discord, the problem is
unfiltered.
Look at that ASMR voice coming in. Discord just cuts you. That's a problem. So I don't need to. Discord like violently cuts you out when you.
God, Discord has really fucking aggressive noise filtering. Yeah.
Yes.
Even when you turn off all the settings, it still fucking attenuates.
Yeah, and if you turn off all the settings, then all the noise can come through as well.
Like you drinking right then.
Yeah, I mean, come on. I don't expect it to filter that out.
Oh yeah, we're looking at Toya right now. She's like, who the fuck was this ancestor and why was she so fucking happy-go-lucky?
No, she's just like, you bastard, I've had to live for a millennia because you fucking liked my smile. You fuck off. Anyway, look at that. She's literally been not been able to sleep for 1,000 years. That's the look of a person who doesn't even give a shit about your existence. Anyway. Oh
boy.
That's why she keeps fucking saying that. What, so did you exist at that time, or just remember that time, and did he not kiss you, and so now you're saying he's 1,000 years too late? Oh.
Oh no, not again.
But he hasn't.
Get the popcorn maker, guys.
A sound akin to a snapping branch resounded from somewhere within the dolls encircling me. Another doll had broken, unable to endure the suit.
Oh, they know now.
He seems to know. No number of them would be enough. Even the final doll, my own body... Wait, is this Toei speaking?
This is Toei's inner voice, yeah.
Would likely burst in the near future. Wait, is she a doll? Oh? Also, I like this voice. It's nice and mature and... Anyway.
So she does the thing that Rika does, where she deepens her voice when she's talking like she's an adult. And yeah, I like that trope in these Rikishi novels.
I just like that in general. See a woman that's like able to be like, you know, like, and then, hey, sexy
it's my
boy.
girly girl.
Yeah,
and
it's like,
I have serious the fuck up.
But you know, it's just that it's kind of like you got the normal voice, you know, light-hearted, and then it's like, hey, boy, like the fucking sultry, sexy, deep voice. That
she's not trying to be sexy.
She's not trying to be sexy, but she is sounding sexy to me. That is the point. I mean, she's not trying to be, but maybe I just like a woman that looks at me as if I'm her. Actually, I don't like where this is going. But anyway, I like the strong...
We're getting back to that hentai in the hospital, aren't we?
Oh my god. The one with the nurses?
Yeah.
Oh,
took you a while.
Yeah. That was but I just like a strong voice. Yeah. You know what I mean? Someone that's like someone who sounds strong, who's like willing to call your bullshit out.
So not to indulge in my voice actor crushes, but yeah, I was talking about Hanakana. She's really good at that because she has a really sweet sounding voice until she flips the fuck out.
Kuxo likes it as well. Kuxo likes someone's like, hi, and then, hey, fuck you. I'm gonna fucking destroy you, and you're just like, yes, mommy. Oh, okay. There was a spell. Look, her eye bags have gone with this version.
Wait, is this supposed to be like the Smeagol scene? Gollum, where she's talking to herself.
Precious. Smeagol just wanted the last precious. But Smeagol. It's like, fuck
yeah, I honestly want them to do that left and right, like, side of the screen thing where they have the two personalities talking to each other.
That was that just came across too funny. It was bad. I don't think it was supposed to be funny. Though.
It's funny because Smeagol was like a little goblin creature of a man, and he's supposed to be a man at one point, but he was reduced to.
He's a hobbit.
He was a hobbit.
Yeah, he was a hobbit or a halfling or something close to what hobbits were.
Yeah, but he was reduced to something horrible because of the ring, right?
My precious. Precious.
There you go. There's your allegory for addiction, guys.
Yeah, don't get addicted to... Don't put a ring on it. Anyway. Alright, so everyone of these people that has this has got split personalities. Good stuff.
同情などいらない。千年をめぐり、ようやく帰ってきた思い人であろうが、
1,000 years of bullshit.
この運命はお前のいたずらなのか。これは千年をよく耐え、人鬼たちの人柱としての運命を全うしたお前の我からのささやかなねぎらいである。
A man-demon sacrifice for 1,000 years. This is interesting that I've seen this. It's not the same thing, but very similar type.
Right now, I'm not able to really focus on this all that well. It's just sort of flying over my head. But I get the idea she's talking about the original one, right?
A token of appreciation from me to you for fulfilling your destiny as the man-demon's sacrifice for 1,000 years. So I think she somehow, Toi, the original, the one from 1,000 years ago, Suzunome, something happened to her where she was sacrificed in a ritual of some sort.
For Mutsu.
For Mutsu to... Or she did something that caused her to be sacrificed in a way that she'd have to live for 1,000 years possessed, potentially?
Did they go get the deer in the end?
That's a good question, but also, does Toi refers to everyone by their first name, even the elders, right?
I believe so, yeah.
So, Toi has been seemingly, what do you call it? Possessed by a demon, right? As we see here.
These horns, antlers.
Is the demon.
Give that impression, yeah.
Yeah. So my suspicion is she has been alive for 1,000 years. She is 1,000 years old. She is not a reincarnation of the old one. She is the old one and has just lived for 1,000 years amongst her whatever family takes care of her, which might be a tradition of that family or might be her own her actual family. And so that's why she has quite literally been waiting for 1,000 years for this asshole Mutsu to come back and complete something that will stop the ritual.
Dracula says, "Oh God, he's detectiving it." Yep, we have been possessed by the spirit of Senikeda.
What voice did I give Senikeda? I can't fucking remember. I wish I could. I need to listen to those. Anyway, come on, it's like I've got it. Elementary, my dear Watson.
ざれごとどうせもう終わる運命ではないか。千年を経て帰ってきた愛しき男を抱きながら死にたいとは思わぬか。
Imagine being down bad for 1,000 years.
あの男に抱かれたいだろう。
Well, take being down bad for like 50 years, as is typical to the usual human experience, and then just multiply it.
That's a lot of down badness. What the fuck? Why are you here?
You got the crazy eyes.
And she's like, not just the crazy eyes, but it looks like her eyes are kind of spaced out, so she's like spacing out at the same time. Not good. Oh fuck. Oh my god, this is literally a crack dealer comment. I want Suzumu's thick, girthy, black suit.
You said it, not me.
私の中にスズムの恋のいっぱい注ぎ込んで
Fuck this game! I don't need to take the piss. Let's take the piss out itself.
A friend of mine was asking me when I said we're playing this visual novel. He goes, "Oh right, is it sexy?" I said it could have been, but it's horror. I should have said this. Yes, it is actually.
Mate, if this is your version of sexy, I worry for you. Thick suit, crack dealer called it. Anyway.
お前が抱かぬなら、あれを抱きたい者はいくらでもいるようだぞ。
They all want his thick, girthy suit.
うるさい。
There is a scene from a certain game called Enchanted Arms. And there is a line that is said, and the way it's said, it is fucking seared into my mind. And it's the guy just goes, "Toya is mine," right? And he says it in a far more funny voice. But I just remember that, and I'm just thinking Toya's like, "Suzumu is mine," right? It's like, fuck all of you bitches. This guy is mine.
あんたがいらないなら、おいらがもらう。
If anyone gets that Enchanted Arms reference, which is obscure as fuck, 1,000 imaginary Ash Manix points to you.
I'm fairly certain you are the only person who ever played Enchanted Arms.
It was a game I got when the PS3 came out because it was one of the few RPGs that was out at the time near its launch.
And you used to play RPGs back then.
Kinda, yeah. And I didn't play it because I started playing it and it was shit. And then a friend of mine's later on was like, "Oh, do you have any games to play? We've kind of run out." And I was like, "I had this game Enchanted Arms that I got years ago and I didn't play it because it was kind of shit." And he's like, "Why don't we just give it a go?" And I was like,
I
fair
love
enough.
that attitude. Like, let's go for it. And sometimes you'll find a gold mine and sometimes you'll find dog shit. But at least it'll be worth finding.
So like I think it was far worth playing it with someone than it was playing on my own. I was like, it was too big a hill to get over to get to the quote unquote good parts of the story. But with someone in tow, it was like a far more tolerable experience. And then we got to like some fucking gold mines of clips and shit, and it was a good laugh and it was a good ride. So there you go. No, did anyone play Enchanted Arms? Probably not.
鈴原先輩に抱いてもらって愛してもらって
That's
even
almost normal. What happened to you?
even with the crazy eyes, this is what most men would kill for the person that the person they're interested in to say to them.
濃くってドロドロしてネバネバする。いっぱい欲しい。
Oh my god! That's literally what Cratty was taking the piss out of. What are we doing, game?
Come on, keep going.
村上先輩がいらないなら。
Girls,
みんなで
girls,
遊んじゃおうか。
girls, I'm just saying, there's enough soot for the three of you.
You asshole.
スズムを私たち3人で愛しちゃおうかな。
Oh my god. Are they listening to what we're saying?
Is this AI generated?
Gratuitous. Going mental. Oh my god.
に頬張ってすすり尽くしちゃうのに。
Are we fucking... Is this an eroge?
I mean, it's pretty much nearly there. The only thing is they're not naked. That's the only difference.
I don't need this in my
Honestly.
life to have to worry about on a stream. Crackdeer saying,
What are
"Oh
you
my..."
talking about? This is great.
Oh, no, I'm talking about them going naked. Crackdeer
yeah.
saying, "Oh my god, did I wrote this game? Ayo, what the fuck?" I know, mate. What the hell?
No, he's like, what the fuck?
からびるまで
What the fuck?
いっぱいいっぱいめちゃくちゃに愛されたい。
You know, this is what I really like about this game. Somehow it manages to go fucking hard and get even more deranged than the last time. Every single time.
I kind of wish this was in English. I want to hear someone go, I want him to love me hard. As
Does it
hard
not have
as
an
he
English voiceover?
can. Is there?
I love that you went for it. Voice. Oh no,
No.
it doesn't.
No. I wanted to check. I wouldn't have
Also,
switched it.
Wait, what the fuck? That's Kanae? Look at Tsubakiko. She's gone absolutely crazy.
Oh yeah, she's like, I'm getting some of your soot in my mouth now. And you're like,
Booty call tonight, motherfucker.
Death by snooze.
Bite the pillow, because I'm going in dry.
Oh, what the fuck? Anyway. Oh shit, we just got Toy fucking panting behind him.
I like what Garlic Bread X has said. He says, it's like a deconstruction of your typical hentai game harem route, where the heroines are obsessed with a generic protagonist for no reason.
And Crack Dealer just goes, geesh.
I wouldn't say no reason. He's very clearly adept at punching trees.
Oh my god. I can punch trees as well. Girls, do you want
Not
some
as well as he can!
Do you want some of my black suit, girl? I'm talking to the woman of the world. Oh, that's right. No one gives a fuck.
我はすでに十分にすすを蓄えている。あれのすすは確かに惜しいが。
Mate, what?
You've been taking
And
other
whose
people's
did you
shit.
get?
Yeah? You've been taking a lot of other people. Oh my god, is that what she does when she gets married to a dude every so often?
お前がいらぬというならば。
Do you know how she's engaged to that dude? She's like, if she's lived for 1,000 years, she must have been married to a few dudes over the 1,000 years.
この
strangely
者
dark.
たちにくれてやってもよいのだがな。
Oh.
Right, this demon is fucked up. She's like, I'm just gonna let you watch as these other three people.
As these other girls just fucking ravage him like dogs.
Yes. And she's waited 1,000 years to meet him again.
It is, man.
Oh shit,
wait,
someone's phone goes off. My phone must have been ringing for a while.
Sorry, guys.
Wait, what? It's not your phone, mate. It's the phone in the game. Or maybe...
I don't have a ringtone. I know.
Alright, you don't have a ringtone?
No, I just use fucking vibrate the whole time.
Mate, you need to get that codec call ringtone. There where you can like get PTSD, like you can just like feel like you're getting a phone call every time you play Metal Gear Solid. Shit, my phone's gone off. Anyway, that sound slowly brought me back little by little. What's the teacher doing?
もしもし。
Wait, did Toei just phone him?
遅えよ今どこにいんだよ
Oh, no,
God.
it's Toei's phone.
Oh no,
That
it's
guy.
her phone and it's her fiance.
It's the Toe guy.
待たせんじゃねえよとっとと来い
It ain't gonna
す
suck
みません、
itself.
少様。ちょっと体の具合が。
んなこと聞いてねえよ言いなずけ解消されてもいいのかあ
What does he want her to do? Why does he give a shit?
困ります。
速攻来いよいつものカラオケ屋だからな
Is he gonna get her to karaoke? Because I've got a feeling that Toei is not very good at that.
I
恥をかかせんじゃねえよったくよ
You've
don't
got
think she's gonna sing, is what I'm saying.
you've got a dark mind. I think he just... Oh, I don't... He angrily hung up. I needed to marry that man.
Needed to.
けなげなことよ。そのようなゲスに、いまだに海外しく尽くすとは。
Wait, you know he's scum, so why is this going on? Why is this
もは
happening?
や、お前には不要な言い名付けであろうに。
So she needed the engagement at some point.
へ、へ、ろ。
At some point.
But the question is, why did she need it at that? Why did she need it at that point? She's only what, 12? What age? 16? They're 16, aren't they? Something like that.
Mm.
Perhaps the engagement was no longer necessary. After all, I suspected that it would end with me before another generation could even begin. Suspected that it would end with me. What? But maybe, just maybe, I could keep holding on. So I still needed that man for that slim possibility. I don't understand. Does she want to have a kid with him, and her kid would be a reincarnation of her?
I don't know.
However, even if it didn't conclude with my generation, it could very well just end with the next. Yeah, it sounds a bit like that. But that was so maybe I was wrong, but that was my duty. That was the sole reason why we were given life. Oh, quick save. It was said that the origins of Iwaihime Shrine lay in a shrine priestess who married its chief god, Rokugami Hiko. Did I get that right? Rokugami Hiko no Mikoto 1,000 years ago.
Rokugami Hiko no Mikoto. Remember, you have to keep like an even sort of tone for each of the syllables.
Mate, I know, but I'm shit at speaking Japanese. I'm trying. I know I'm bad. You're one of those strict teachers, you know that. I noticed with language, you're pretty sexy. Like, you said it wrong. I was like, you're one of those annoying teachers that are good at this stuff, and I'm not good. Teach. Give me a break.
Because it's one of those languages where if you change the tone of what you're saying, it can change the
That's Chinese.
effect of what you're saying.
Right? Chinese, if you change the tone, you change the whole meaning. Whereas Japanese, it will just sound weird. Yes, I get you. Leave me alone, man. I know I'm shit at Japanese. Wait, what's the character saying? No, but then she'll be separate with Kurukami family. What? To be fair, I'll be the same. What? Strict? What is up with you guys, expertise at Japanese all of a sudden? God damn. Wait, isn't garlic bread eggs good at Japanese? Or is that...
Good, yeah.
Yeah, garlic bread eggs doesn't berate me. Garlic bread eggs, nice person. You guys suck. Anyway. There's like being... whatever. Anyway. Iwaihime Shrine was built to celebrate this wedding with a god, according to local history anyway. However, when considering the size of the village back then, it was hard to believe that any priestess would be stationed in a place so small. It was considered more likely they were a poor farming village, and that said shrine priestess was in fact a travelling Azusa priestess. Is it important what's on her thing? She's got a... Is that a crane?
Oh, I'm not sure actually.
I'm wondering if the symbols on her are important. Yeah.
ミコ様の役に立てて嬉しいよ。おばあさんの足、早く良くなるといいね。
Mutsu, did you forget you're supposed to bring food? Did you forget about that? You forgot about that, didn't you? Everyone's gonna starve to death. Well done, mate. You poor dumbass.
He goes back and finds out the other guys said fuck it and just took the deer anyway, invoking the curse of Rokugami Hiko no Mikoto.
That would make sense. That would make entire sense. That would be realistic. The old woman's leg was swollen to the point where she couldn't even stand. What's more, she developed a fever, either from her wound or exhaustion. Thus, she and Suzunomi would stay in this village until she healed. Lucky! Maybe they could make a prayer and bring good luck. Normally, visitors would be shunned in this time of famine. However, they had food. No, it was a different story with Azusa priestesses involved.
村長たちはミコ様たちに雨乞いをしてもらえないかと期待してるよ。
この辺りは左でどこもだいぶひどいようですね。
Yeah, it's called global warming. No, just kidding.
雨か。さもなくば食べ物を降らしてくれると助かるんだけどね。
We just need some rain. Rain.
声が届けば必ず神は答えてくださるでしょう。
That's all nice and well, Suzunomi, but can you do the praying since you're like... Your prayers are probably more listened to. The prayers of Azusa priestesses were a legitimate business. Business, okay. A village as poor as this couldn't possibly afford one. Ah, money. So it seemed the mayor and the others were hoping they could ask for help in exchange for letting the old woman stay until she recovered.
私はババ様には到底及ばぬ。まだ修行中の身ですが、私でよければ。
Alright, can we get Granny to do it?
この鈴の目、ご恩返しにぜひお力添えをさせていただきたく存じます。
Kono Suzunome. Yeah, I love it when people start like that.
What, did she start with Kono Suzunome?
Yes, that's exactly what she said. That's what it means. Then I, Suzunome. Or rather, this Suzunome will, do all of that.
So like Kono...
I don't know, it's just it's a trope I like. It's something I like when they say that.
So like Kono Ashmanix, blah 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 blah.
Basically,
blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
I, Ashmanix, will help you in no way at all because I am an arsehole.
それはありがたいな。村のみんなも喜ぶよ。ぜひどうか雨を降らしてもらえるように神様にお願いを頼むよ。
I love how they have not shown us the granny because it's like she's ugly, we don't need to see her.
私にできるのは口寄せです。
Wagana wa Megumin.
Yes. Yes.
Is that I am Megumin?
Oh. Yeah, but it's in very old.
It's like,
Older.
For I. What would be the old English equivalent? I don't know. I'm trying to think. What's an old way of introducing yourself in a fancy way? Doesn't matter.
ですので、それを頼むのは村の皆さんになりますが。
口寄せって？
What?
私たちに伝わる神や霊と交信する秘術です。
Wait, does this get us the rain? This is all nice and well, Suzunome, but can I get rain? Nowadays, people who'd inherited such talents were known as shamans, or shamans? Long ago, there were many who wished to converse with the gods or their
I am
departed
so
loved
sorry,
ones.
right? But the fucking Shaman King opening theme started playing in my head.
Oh my god. I did watch that anime. The original. I think there's a newer one that came out. I watched the...
There's a remake, yeah.
I don't think so. They showed the set. Oh, they showed the Search King. Oh yeah, why are they not showing the granny? What the hell? Thus, these women were prized for their ability to allow such beings to possess them.
すごいね。そんな術が使えるなんて。
Wait, see as a... You know how Maya in Phoenix Wright was a shrine maiden? Do you have to be a virgin technically for this to work? And if you lose that, do you lose your powers?
I don't know, but I'm going to guess that that is the case. And I'm also I'm just remembering the scene from Ace Ventura number 2.
Oh my god. What, the one where he bangs
ending.
the...
The ending where the guy comes out is like yelling, and he goes to his translator dude, like, what's he saying? He goes, I think he's saying she's not a virgin. They can tell that. And it just ends with him running away from the village.
Did the end not have the gorilla going after the bad guy or something? Was not a gorilla in that, a female gorilla?
I don't remember that.
That might be a different one.
I don't know. Maybe no. I need to watch those movies again because there are only a few things I remember, but they're all fucking hilarious.
I remember the first
his
one.
Car,
yeah.
Him parking his car and the rhino giving birth scene.
God.
Yeah.
Yes.
Legendary.
The first one when he does the reveal of who someone was.
Yes! How we found out about the culprit.
Yeah, and the reveal that he did to. Yeah. Which probably.
I think nowadays people might have problems with it. But...
Yeah. That was.
But it's fucking funny.
Anyway.
ど
どうでしょう。老女を背負ってあの急斜面を登ることができるお力の方が私はすごいと思います。
That's nice of you, Suzunomi, but trust me, you are more powerful.
そうかな。
She does think so.
私にできることなど口寄せだけ。
Also, I'm enjoying just seeing the relative height difference between these two.
Pixel.
Because it occurs to me that we've never seen them together like this.
Pixel, are you a fan of the height challenged? I say height challenge. Are you just a that sounds so sinister.
I was about to say, what are you saying?
Yeah, sorry. Are you a fan of shorter women?
I mean, like, in terms of my own preferences, I would say there needs to be a bit of a height difference, I think. Because
you don't like a big mommy.
No, but at the same time, if you get nah, you want them to be like the same size as you. Maybe just a bit here and there different, that's it. Ish.
You're not liking someone that's quite a bit shorter than you.
If there's too much of a height difference, it becomes a problem. What?
I don't know. I mean, it becomes a technical problem in some senses, technically, but yes. Anyway.
ムツ様のように上手にベッタをひっくり返すことなどできませぬ。
I could never flip over a beta.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I mean, let me just check this. Is this a word? Oh, what? A Siamese fighting fish? Freshwater fish native to Southeast Asia?
Maybe that is actually what he's talking about?
Maybe fishing, some sort of fishing.
Sorry, now what she's talking about.
Yeah, I think that might be... Wait, what was...
Oh boy, here we go.
よし。
Oh, you cock blocker me kids, fuck
一
off.
発逆転しちゃうぞ。
What? He slapped someone in the face. Mutsu had been playing a game with the village...
That was a proper, like, turn around, wha-bang, like a proper slap sound. Yeah.
He just turned around and slapped the kid. You cock blocked me, you stupid child.
Away with ye.
Be gone, child. It was a local game popular with the youth known as Beta. Oh, we're going to get this. One took discs made of knitted rice straw, the size of a child's palm, the Beta in question, and threw them at the ground. It seemed it had evolved from a game where you did the same, but with old broken sandals. You won.
You just toss shit?
Yes.
Oh.
You won by flipping over your opponent's Beta with the force of your throw. It was similar to the game Menko, played in 20th century Japan, which I don't know either. Food was indeed short, and adults were seized with fear at not knowing what would come next. But children were resilient and stupid, and didn't really think too far, no matter how dark the times. Even amidst famine, they played their hearts out.
よし。それ。
Sorry. I read somewhere, or I read somewhere or watched something that was talking about teenagers and being a teenager, and why you make a lot of decisions that, because your capability of long-term thinking is a lot lower as a teenager compared to when you're an adult. And so that's why you make a lot of stupid decisions that you, like, if you thought about the ramifications, like literally just like hours or days afterwards, you think, yeah, this is a bad idea. But you're almost like inhibited from thinking about those things as you're, I think, going through puberty and through those teenage years. And I found that really interesting. I was like, oh, that does kind of explain a lot.
Again?
A crunching sound followed.
That's not a crunching sound.
Pixel. He is not whipping the betas with betas, okay? The two betas, the one thrown and the one lying on the ground, sprung up lightly. All betas had a flip side. The side sticking up was known as the male, while the side facing the ground was known as the female. If you could reverse the positions of your opponent's beta, you won. Oh, so you're just flipping discs, okay.
さっき出っ張った側だったのがへこんだ側になりましたね。
そうなれば取れたことになるんだ。
Practically saying, yeah, maybe not talk about teenage years. I get PTSD. What? Ah, the teenage years. Is your formative years either makes or breaks you for life. Especially breaks. Anyway.
ムツは昔からベッタがすっげえうめえんだよ。
This man is a master of games.
ほとんどビッチャしないもんな。
Oh, there's a beacha, which means I'm assuming you lose. Beacha referred to when you flipped your opponent's beta, but it landed in the same position it had been in before, resulting in no points.
力加減にコツがあるんだよ。無駄に力を込めても意味ないんだ。
Look how fucking smug he is. Garlic bread saying like Tazos. Fuck. Tazos, that sounds familiar. Tazos. Oh shit, they're Pogs. I fucking remember that. Is that not what you did? I never played Pogs. I did get some. Shit, yeah.
むしろ少し軽めに打つくらいがちょうどいいんだ。
Oh god, Pogs, that takes me back.
I don't even remember them, to be honest.
It might have been before your time, because I feel like this is back in the days of the dinosaurs.
So it might actually be before my time then, yeah.
It might have been, it was a night, I think, fuck. Pogs and Tazos, I remember Tazos, let me just check this. Milk caps, fuck off with your milk caps. Mid-1990s, yeah, that would have been... You might have been either too young...
Yeah.
Or thingy to be playing it with those... You had to be a bit older. Which
I
is
was
why
not sentient enough.
You're not mature enough to play Tazos. God damn it, Mutsu. Are you using the power of fucking whip to whack things? And it just looks like he's whipping fucking... Toy or Suzumiya or whatever she's called.
Is that what she turned away from him?
Suzunomi. It feels like, it looks like he's whipping her back. She's like, ah, with that like.
Shut up! You know you love it.
She's like, I do, but you're so harsh. Be gentle. God. Mutsu's turn came. Why is this so long? Mutsu's turn came again. Look closely, he said as he threw his beta skillfully.
Watch this.
His opponent's beta flew up only slightly, yet it perfectly flipped over. Using too much strength would have left the result purely up to luck, like flipping a coin. However, not just anyone could imitate that throw. Thanks to that skill, Mutsu had been the best beta player in the village since he was a child. What's the population of the village? That's right, 5 people. How do they have so much energy if they don't have food and they're hungry?
They're kids, man. Have you seen kids? It doesn't matter. They're full of rubber and magic.
Mate, shut up. Have you seen the kids in the places where they have no food? They're fucking starving and not running about like fools. This is bullshit. Also, our man Mutsu was just out hunting not long ago. Broke a decent sweat, got really tired, and had to lift a granny.
That's savage in the fucking chat, mate.
Same as Scotland. Exactly, crack dealer. I'm the king of Scotland because there's only 5 of us. Yeah, there you go. Ashmanix, king of Scotland.
私ですか？私にもできるでしょうか？
できるよ。鈴の目様にだって簡単にできるさ。
鈴の目。
まだ修行中の身。様などつけて呼ばれるほどではありませぬ。
Alright, I'll just call you Tramp.
でも面白そうです。ぜひやらせてくださいませ。
僕のベッタを貸すよ。
I'm kind of.
Wait a fucking minute.
What?
Hang on, I'm gonna look this up. Carry on.
ありがとうございます。わあ、これがベッタ。面白そうですね。
So this is a beta. It's such an unfortunate term. I just think, I just keep thinking beta cock, and I'm like,
I knew you'd make
stop
that joke
thinking
at some
that.
point.
Stop thinking that. Suzunomi's face lit up with keen curiosity, a smile befitting a maiden her age, gracing her features. Though she was a priestess, she had apparently been just another village girl as a child. What, a priestess is usually chosen as when they're born? What the hell? She'd run around hills and fields, chased rabbits, and laid on the prairie while eating fruit from trees. What the fuck? She was living in heaven.
これで打てばいいのですね。
そう、どれでも好きなのを狙って打ちつけて。
力加減が肝心ですよね。これは難しい。
I've got a feeling, Suzunomi, you won't have to worry about the amount of strength.
最初は何も考えずにやっていいと思うよ。べったに当てるのだって最初は慣れがいるしね。
では、
Alright.
参ります。
I knew I heard this girl before. She's a voice actress. She's done Felt in ReZero, Alice in Food Wars,
What?
and a bunch of other stuff.
What, the voice actor for Toy?
Yeah. Well, this girl, Suzunome. It's also Toei, so yeah. Same voice actress.
Wait, ReZero, Alice. Wait, Alice? Fuck. Oh, so some big fucking roles. And she's in this game?
What do you mean, and she's in this game?
I don't know, like, this game just feels a little bit obscure, right? And those are some big roles. It's just a little bit surprising. What, does she remind you of ReZero or something? What was it that she reminded you of? Which character?
No, it's just I heard her fucking voice and I'm like, I've heard this voice before. I need to look it up.
I've heard this very light, breezy, nice, youthful voice.
Yes.
With a crack, a beta sprung into the air.
You're gonna keep laughing, aren't you?
The children grasped in amazement. After all, Suzunomi's throw had just flipped over her opponent's beta as though it were as light as a feather. Shit, she's naturally good. Mutsu's like, fuck!
いい感じにできました。これは取れたのですか?
It was all right. You could have done better. I should have used better technique.
すごいや。見事だね。
Well, at least he's not gonna act like an asshole about it.
ニコ様すごいや。すごいすごい。
Sugoi!
取れたら連続してやれるんだ。だからまた鈴の様が様はつけなくてもいいんだっけ?
Can I just call you idiot?
Oh my god. So I was looking further into it. The voice actress for Riria does Kurisu in Chaos Child.
Oh, the pink-haired girl.
No, the blonde-haired girl.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
はい、ムツ様。鈴の目とお呼びを。
Suzunomi's her surname, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Yeah, yeah. Because I was like, oh, just call me by my first name. He's like, oh my god.
そっちも様をやめてくれるなら僕もやめるよ。
Just call me asshole.
はい。ではそのように。ムツ。
That sounded a bit dodge.
They dropped it a bit
だから
quicker
もう
than
一回
expected.
鈴の目の番だよ。
It sounded too frank. Damn, anime's ruining me. So, oh, Mutsu. Soon I'll be calling you your first name. Ooh, scandalous.
わかりました。では再び参ります。
This is where I would make a social faux pas in Japan. It's like, call me Ash. They're like, what?
No, I will not, sir.
Ria?
お巫女様すっげえ。
すごいね。またひっくり返した。
Wind!
僕なんか最初の頃は当てるだけでも難しかったのにな。
Sorry, I have been properly traumatized with the fucking wind sound effects in any of these goddamn visual novels.
Maybe it is an indication of like bad stuff's about to happen.
また行きま
It's
す。
always an indication of something.
Saria!
初心者ってものすごく運がいい時ってあるよね。
Yeah, Mutsu, fucking eat shit.
またひっくり返りました。また行きます。
Oh, yeah.
巫女様すっげえすっげえベッタの天才だ
She must be a bad genius.
You know, you can really just change the subtitles around if you wanted to and just make it seem like she's doing whipping, like Crack Dealer says.
Yeah, she's just whipping
Shrine
shit.
Maiden,
She's like,
starving
oh,
children.
this is so much fun. The kid's like, ah, why are you hitting me? And she's like, oh, I love this. Whip, whip.
Something has awoken.
実はあんまりすごくないの？
Oh, look at the fucking shade. Kids are brutal.
ムツ大人だしな。ひょっとしたら大人なら誰でもうまいんじゃね？
Oh.
ベッタって
Look at, oh shit.
それに
You
すごい
got
簡単です。
Oh my
fucking
God.
done, mate.
Look at the
You've lost
fucking
your rep.
mate. Look at the crazy eyes. This is I think this is
I'm
the
looking
first
at the
time I've
crazy eyes.
fucking seen Suzumu stroke Mutsu crazy eyes in the whole fucking visual novel.
Uh-huh.
Look and weep, Mutsu. You eat shit.
ムツ？
Oh god, he's actually lost it, hasn't he?
Mutsu, the man hailed by the village children as a beta master, stood there pitifully as his pride was shattered to pieces. What the fuck?
せせのめ勝負を申し込め
Oh my
Oh God.
god.
Ah, the pettiness awakes.
望むところです。
And in this instant, I liked Mutsu a little bit more.
What?
Because he's fucking human and he gets pissy about stuff. He's not some
Okay,
fucking...
actually, do you know what? You are correct. This is way more personality than Suzumu has showed us.
Yeah, because he's just like, oh, I care about people and I'm a good guy. Oh no, bad things are happening. Fuck off. A thunderous crack split the air.
あ、今のビッチャですよね。ビッチャビッチャ。
A bicha is when you flip it, but it flips back on the same side, so you get 0 points.
Oh, okay.
And apparently, you'd never got a bicha before.
I was just thinking of fucking JoJo, Act 3, Echoes Act 3. It goes, okay, master, let's kill that whore. Bitch!
Wait, what? What the?
If you don't recognize that quote, I'll leave it at that because that's all it is.
Oh, he's broken the fucking... He's
Control
cool.
yourself, Mutsu.
では今度は
This is-
私の番ですね。参
Not
りま
time
す。
for you to choke.
Mutsu, you've been beaten by a little shrine maiden.
I mean, she's an adult, but still.
A little shrine maiden beating your ass who's never played the game before. Ah, Mutsu. And she's whipping your ass. Another thunderous crack followed. And Mutsu's like, ooh, that stung. Oh, I kind of like this. Something awoken in Mutsu's mind. The
I mean,
pleasure,
that's what those eyes look like.
the pleasure of S&M play.
ムツも頑張れよオイラたちの大将だろ
Garlic bread X. Crack dealer saying his pride is shattered, and Garlic bread X says Mutsu got tilted.
Yep, he challenged and lost to someone who's superior to him. I'm sorry, I can't take them saying Bicha seriously.
No, let me hit this heat fucker.
ビッチャじゃない
Oh
で
shit.
す。最初からメスでした。
Wait, let me hear him say that.
あー今ビッチャービッチャビッチャー
What a pain bastard, I love it.
I know,
ビッ
right?
チャじゃないよ。巫女様が正しいよ。
ムツ見苦しいぞ
You are, mate.
Oh!
The kid's fucking calling you out. Shame.
Wow, Mutsu, you suck. Oh god, he's gonna fucking explode.
He's gonna shit himself.
さあ、あと1枚ですね。これをひっくり返せば。
Oh, look
子
at
供たち
Oh
this.
の
my
大将
god.
ムツの誇りも粉々ですね。
She's told him.
Holy shit, Susanome! That voice is fucking great.
Fuck, Kuxel is feeling things that he's not felt before from this.
Well, for this girl.
Yes.
俺が ベッタの名人に上り詰めるまでの苦労を進めて打ち砕く気か。
Accursed wench! I worked hard to become the best beta player around. I will not be bested by the likes of you.
Oh my god.
Alright, Evangeli. That
Yes!
voice actor is
Welcome!
goated.
You've come at the right part!
Yes, this guy is this. Yeah, yes.
Watch as this guy flips the fuck out!
一体いつからこの遊びがこの村だけのものと錯覚していた？
Oh, she's played that before. She fucking played him. She's
You
like,
got fucking owned, bruv.
What's this game? How do you chuck this? Is that how it works? And then he's like, hey, let's have a game. Okay, fucking.
I like Susanome. She went to him and she was like, oh, cutie sama. Oh. And then inside she's like, oh, you really think this was my first time? Ah!
There's a scene, right? I didn't watch the episode, but I've seen this clip of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air where Will Smith, it's pool that they're playing, and I think they get beaten at pool.
Yes!
They lose money, and then
I know exactly what scene you're talking about. It's fucking legendary.
He gets Uncle Phil. He's like, Uncle Phil must have chewed him out, but he's like, right, we're going to get this money back. And he's like, can we bet? And you know, we'll bet everything. I'm not very good with it.
$100 a ball.
Right?
No, $250 a ball or
Yeah.
something. I can't remember. He goes, break out Lucille.
And all of a sudden, it just fucking annihilates them.
Yeah, it's fucking great. Yeah.
Evangeli's saying, so Grat Dealer is saying, it sounds like they're saying bitch, but that's how it comes through in Japanese accent, which might be on purpose. Grat Dealer, the ancestors are goated. Yep. Evangeli says, sounds like she's playing him. These characters are so much better than the fucking current.
You are correct. These guys are way more fun than the main dudes.
貴様、この遊びやり込んでいるな。
貴様。
答える必要はない。
Oh man.
Suzumi's beta let out a sharp crack as it struck the ground, and the final beta flew high into the sky. Would Mutsu's beta flip, or would it be a beacher?
Is he gonna fucking
完璧
interfere?
な力加減、完璧な跳躍、完璧な回転。ムツ、破れたり。
Oh god. She's proclaimed victory
この
early.
状況で勝利を確信するとは。勝利。
I know how animes work.
どうやら鈴の目。
Yeah, they freeze
貴様
time
の
and
村
they
には
think.
伝わらなかったらしいな。ベッタ界に伝えられる究極の奥義を。
I bet you it's some bullshit local rule where he can do something stupid.
He's gonna slap it as it's in the air, isn't he?
何？
Nani?
Come on, come on.
All of a sudden, Mutsu caught his falling beta and threw it at Suzunomi's. What? How is this allowed?
これぞ超絶究極非奥義スターダストシート。
Oh my god! Fucking Stardust!
Stardust shot.
How
Right,
do
there
they
we
know
go.
what stars are? Did they even have
Carry
the
on.
name Star? Oh, whatever.
Carry on.
I knew you were going to do that all along.
この地ではその技をそう呼ぶか。だが我が村では奥義なれど究極奥義にあらず。
I've seen this before. Now see my technique.
それを打ち負かす真の奥義が編み出されていたことを知れ。
Counter attack. Oh god.
Suzunomi jumped high, higher than the beta, sent flying up by Mutsu's Stardust
This is
shot.
turned into a fucking Dragon Ball fight. They just both jump into the air.
I'm literally imagining a scene from The Matrix where she jumps out, she jumps up and her legs kind of like go like, it's like frog-like with her arms up.
Oh, you're
my-
talking about the very first like camera rotation.
Yeah,
for
and
the
then it's
first
like
Matrix movie,
rotates
innit? Yeah.
around her as she does this move.
新進王究極絶対奥義ムツ貴様の腐敗神話への引導ここでくれてやるわくらえクライマックスハレーストライク
Climax!
Climax Sunshine Strike. Go on.
Oh shit!
Oh fuck!
The bitter
Okay,
howled.
we have to wait for the smoke to clear.
The bitter howled as it sliced through the sound barrier. What the fuck? And with a wham, it smashed into the ground with great force, shooting clouds of dust into the air.
I told you, we have to wait for the fucking smoke to clear while the crowds are like, what happens? Who won?
Who was the winner? Was it Mutsu or Suzunome?
Garlic Bread X says, if this ever gets an anime, I really hope all of the budget goes into animating this one scene. And character list says, hopium.
The two of them landed one after another. And a few seconds later, their betas landed on the ground for good.
Taking all bets! Who do you think won?
Suzunome. Only now would the result be revealed.
相打ちですか
Fuck off!
Bollocks and ass, man!
How
Come
can you
on!
get... Wait, how is it a tie? How'd you get a tie?
いや違うね
Okay. Is
君
he
だ
gonna
け
say he won?
ビッチャだ
Oh, fuck off.
いいえあなたもピッチャです
What?
違うね
They're just
鈴の
gonna
目だけ
argue.
がビッチャだ
違いますムツだけがピッチャです
Oh, God, I love this song.
違うね鈴の目だけがビッチャだよビッチャビッチャ
These two are already fucking perfect. I love these guys.
This is like fucking Konosuba levels of like pettiness
Pettiness.
and it's
Yeah.
beautiful. Bicha bicha!
子供たちに判定してもらいましょう勝ったのはどっちですか
God, Susanome has completely tossed aside that facade she had earlier, that cutesy little Miko-sama. No, fuck me, she's a goddamn, like, as you would say, succubus of a wench.
I love
Holy
it.
shit,
I
she's
like
amazing.
her. See if
Yeah.
someone like this. See if someone did this with me, right? Where they were like all nice and cutesy. I'd be like whatever. But see if they turned.
I would materialize a ring out of nowhere and say, "Marry
Yes,
me, please."
I like this type of asshole.
Yeah, this is the perfect. No, I agree with you. This is the perfect fucking yes. All right, let's go.
僕だよね見てたでしょみんな
Crackula says, "Isn't this the Setch King thing?" Yes, it is, but you can use a piece of music for something else.
Oh my god! But this is used right. The Setch King thing. Fuck the Setch King.
I mean, fuck the Setch King, yeah, but this has the right amount of whimsy for this scene.
Evangeli is saying, whenever I see the word Bicha, I'm instantly reminded of Bicha from Gundam Double Z.
Double Zeta, and
Double
yeah, he's
Zeta.
fucking hilarious. Yeah,
Wonder if there's
he's
a
like one of the
character-
comic relief characters.
Is he? Cooks on Ash found a perfect waifu.
Yes,
I mean,
and we proclaim it thus.
what,
It is
wait.
Suzunome. What?
Personality-wise, but Suzunome is a bit too.
Yeah, Ash is
bit
gonna
too-
complain about her proportions and size.
No, she's a bit too young for me as well, man.
I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be an adult.
Mate, I think they're 16, so do with that as you
An
will.
adult.
No, well, too young for me. But I like this personality. Like, what's the teacher's name again? Hina.
I don't even know her name. Just teacher.
Teacher, right? Like the teacher's got a bit of a great personality as well. So adult in olden times, and I would be dead in olden times. So do with that what we will.
No, you know what you'd be? You'd be the guy cutting wood in the forest.
I'd just be like, children. I'll be the fucking the wise, well, the unwise old man.
They would come to you and say, "Oh, village elder."
And you'd just be like,
How are
shut
you,
up,
sir?"
kids! I'm only middle-aged in the future or something. You and me both, mate. Yep.
Top ratings for watching Double Zeta. Not enough people watch that show, man.
よくわかんなかった
I've not
Oh,
watched it.
kids have no idea what the fuck happened.
Yeah, they were just enjoying themselves. The adult thing to do in this situation would be to call it a draw. But
But there are no adults
鈴
here.
の目がビッチャだよ
Fuck you, Suzunome. I won.
you have to beat your Suzunome!
いいえムツだけがピッチャです
Who did she remind me of? It is what is it, Alice from fucking ReZero when she gets a bit, is it her? I feel like there's someone else she's reminding me of, like with that type of RC attitude and that cutesy voice.
鈴の目がビッチャビッチャビッチャ
I fucking love this. I fucking love hearing Mitsu go, Bicha, Bicha!
Bicha, Bicha! I'm gonna remember this for years.
Bicha, Bicha!
違いますムツですビッチャビッチャビッチャビッチ
Bitch, 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 bitch!
Bitch, please.
Bicha, please.
Oh my god.
Well, I was all for Toei from the start. Crack dealer knew all along.
This is not Toei though. I don't give a fuck what you say.
This is Suzanome. Evangelion said, Double Zeta is amazing. I wish more people stopped telling others to avoid it.
Yeah, it is actually really good. It starts off with a really strong comedic stint, and then it just seriouses the fuck up. Like around episode 20 or something.
Oh, that's quite a lot of episodes in though.
Yeah, but it goes places. It's really good.
Yeah, but you can understand if a lot of people get put off from the kind of beginning part.
Oh, trust. Episode 1 is a fucking clip show. Episode 2 is like a fucking Tom and Jerry chase, if I remember correctly.
It's like when I watched Black Clover. Oh my god!
That voice acting.
Oh my god! I only kind of watched it out of curiosity because Giguk had did a video taking the piss out of the voice, or someone had, right?
It was Giguk, but it was also everyone who was taking the piss out of that voice.
Mate, that first episode he did, that voice actor... Yeah, that voice actor, I'm pretty sure permanently damaged their voice on that, right? That first episode alone. And then I was like, you know, fuck it, I'm going to watch it. I don't know, I continued watching it, and it gets so, in my opinion, so fucking good. I love the fucking shonen character development of the main character and where it goes. And I just love that shonen thing that he's supposed to be shit, and he is shit, but he kind of overcomes it with sheer fucking pure will.
I have heard really good things about Black Clover from my brother who's watched it all. I have not watched any of it, so I do need to watch it.
Near the end of where they've gotten so far in the series, there are some fights that are fucking amazing. Oh, it's so good. I love is it Asta? I really feel for the guy, and I love his arc, and he's just like the total opposite of me. He's like always looking on the bright side and trying to, like, even though he's effectively been shat on. It's similar to, do you know how Deku and My Hero Academia?
Yeah.
It's
the same sort of character
same sort
type.
of thing. Yeah, it's the same sort of thing, and I like My Hero Academia. I love that kind of development for Deku. Anyway,
Evangelii Donut says Double Zeta is a slow burn after the depressing ending of Zeta is supposed to mellow out things. Yeah, it is. Let's leave it at that. Let's carry on. I'm gonna see where this fucking goes.
A young man and woman were shouting "Beach" at each other back and forth in the village square.
Beach! Yeah.
Villagers had gathered from a distance to see what was going on. Some were laughing, while others grinned and awkwardly looked away. And
this would be fucking... I can imagine the village elders already drawing up the marriage contract.
It's like they're bitching like this already. They're already a married couple.
Exactly.
This is the most voice acting we've got from fucking Suzumiya's
The whole game!
Yeah!
It's been a plain fuck the whole time, and now he's actually getting in there.
Why didn't we get this before? Fucking hell, game.
You know it. Oh, there you go. There's the old ones.
This is kind of how we're... Shit, we're the old people. Eventually, the two of them finally realised just how foolish they were acting.
Oh shit, we're children. Ah!
They suddenly blushed and became lost for words. Not knowing what to do, they faced the villagers surrounding them and bowed. My bad. And fucking ran. And then they ran off as fast as they could.
Perfect.
They wanted to find some hole to hide in and would go as far as needed to find one. That's a very mature way to react. Do a fucking Napoleon Dynamite.
Sorry guys, my bad. Alright, I'm out of here. Yeah.
I fucking love Napoleon. The bit where he just runs.
Carry on.
This doesn't
It's
happen.
adorable as fuck, man. After all the other bullshit that happened in the previous episodes, it's nice to have something cute for once.
This is also a bit bullshit. You wouldn't just start. I mean, it's a good, healthy thing to just start laughing about it and have a good laugh over the stupidity of it all, but most people are like, fuck you, I won. The pair started laughing and threw themselves onto the prairie. I keep on thinking of that TV series, an ancient one called The House on the Prairie. The Little House on the Prairie. They looked up and watched as the sky slowly but surely changed from orange to violet. The two talked about themselves until the sun set. What? They're holding hands?
CG! Yep.
No, mate.
Oh!
Wait,
oh
we
God.
did not get to this, but I know they had the argument.
Get
but...
the blur filter ready! The mosaic filter! How dare you?
Mate, shut up. Oh my God, I genuinely can't believe they're holding hands like that. That is like, seriously, they need to get married now. What does the chat say?
They already are. They saw what happened.
Evangel said, did you see the Napoleon Dynamite cartoon? No, I kind of want to watch that. Garlic Bread X is saying...
the new 20s, true. And 40s will be the new 30s at some point, yep.
No, 30s is the new 10s and then 40s is the new 20... No, actually don't say that, it's a bit weird. Crack Dealer says, Ash, stop being a grumpy old whining bitch. But Crack, that is all that I am. And I thought that is why you come to these. Because this is what you get.
I knew I could count on you, Garlic Bread X. They were lewd! Yep, absolutely.
I can't believe they're holding hands so quickly. Like... Alright, anyway. Suzunomi hadn't always been destined to be an Azusa priestess.
Mitsu, do you always hold hands on the first date?
Apparently she was born and raised as an ordinary village girl until she was discovered by a band of Azusa priestesses and began training with them. She'd been certain that she'd developed a fully composed personality, one completely devoted to serving those above.
But
as the day's events had proven, the part of her that loved playing games still remained deep down. I don't know why. I shouldn't say this, but no.
Go on, get it out of your system.
No.
Come on, you were gonna say something.
No, I just think this. I don't know why, right? I don't know. This reminded me of Loopy for some reason. I don't know Loopy that well, right? I just think he was like trying to be like proper adult, and then the fucking gamer girl internet.
What are you talking about? She's not even trying to be adult, man.
She must try when she's out in the IRL, right? I just picture that. Not here.
Stuff, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just picturing that, and I'm just like, I don't know why. Also, I guess that's a compliment. Picturing Loopy as a Azusa priestess. There you go. That's the only compliment you're going to get from me today. And she's not on.
She doesn't like this game. No, she doesn't like this game.
She's
so
not
she doesn't
on.
come to
She'll
these
never
games.
see this. This never happened. Anyway.
I'll show it to her. Don't worry.
But as the day's events had proven, the part of her that loved playing games still remained deep. Yeah, it's that bit that made me think it's like trying to be a quote-unquote adult and leaving the games and shit behind, and you're just like, no, I will always be a gamer.
ありがとう、ムツ。こんなに目いっぱいはしゃいだのは本当に久しぶりです。
So, Evangeli Donut says, sucks that the perfect waifu's gonna cuck us all. And Crackdealer says, all the misery all these episodes has paid off. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what worries me though? That this is
building up to a fall.
Yeah, it's building us really high for a great fall. So
I know you, Rikushi, you fucking bastard.
I mean, we already know what happens. 1,000 years of bullshit of some sort, right? So we know that's gonna happen.
僕の場合は、まあ、いつもはしゃいでいるけれど。
I'm just a man child. Ha. Wait, what happened? You've been running about.
Sorry, Carlet Pinex says the real soot was the friends we made along the way.
I'm just like, do you know how he was hungry and supposed to get food?
He got something, man.
No,
He's filled his heart.
Oh, shut up, right? Shut the fuck. He's like, and then he played that vigor. I'm assuming it's a game that required effort and energy, and then he ran
They were
away.
flying in the sky,
Yeah.
doing special attacks.
And then he ran away from the village, so he's even more fucking hungry after trying to go hunting, and he has no food. He's basically fucked. Not a good way. Anyway.
私の村ではベッタではなくバッタと呼んでいたのですが
Yeah, they call it bata, not beta.
まさかバッタの神の生まれ変わりとまで言われた私と腕前の白昼する人に出会えるなんて
You fucking hid that well, Suzunomi, you crafty git. Oh, what's this game? What's this game? Huh? Let me play two rounds of fucking, and then it's all of a sudden it's like expert.
She is a cheeky little devil, isn't she?
世の中って広いね。いろんな人がいるんだね。
Okay.
鈴の目が羨ましいよ。いろんな土地に旅に行って見聞を広げられるのが。
How I envy you, Suzunomi. How I wish I could wear a shrine maid outfit and be possessed by gods.
でもちょっぴり疲れます
I'm just gonna say some people pay good money to do that.
最初の頃はいろいろと興味深くて面白かったですが
So,
ババ様
hang
の
on
よう
a
な
second.
弱いになっても旅暮らしかと思うとちょっぴり嫌になる時もあります
Oof.
So, Evangeli Donut says Avatar of Bata. So she's a Bata girl, basically, yeah. Garlic Predict says, I looked it up. The game's actual name in Japan is Betan. Yeah.
Oh, so it's an actual thing. Interesting.
The CG's in the opening, right? Yeah. Although, I think we thought it was Toei in the opening, not Suzunome.
I mean, they look exactly the same.
They are exactly the same, yeah.
Yeah.
Even they've both got the two fucking bells in the hair as well.
Yeah, they're wearing the exact same outfit. So, yeah, you can't blame us for assuming. And they might actually be the same person that's lived for 1,000 years. So, anyway.
No. Isn't Menko a word for vagina? No, that's Omanko.
And of course Kuxo would know that. They're the same shop.
荷物は重いですし旅路も険しいし
Yeah, like, I feel like going around with just yourself and your granny, is that not a dangerous thing when you could have looters, pirates, or just like thieves and stuff like that in general? Like,
Don't forget highway robberies.
Yeah, and they would...
That was very specifically a thing in ancient Japan where they would like ambush you on the highway, specifically on like crossroads or something like that.
Yeah, because you were
A fucking traveler. Yeah.
you were in a weakened position, right? Because you'd usually be traveling on your own unless you were well off and you had guards. But if you did, they wouldn't target you, and so they could just come up to you with swords and stuff, and you're fucked. You have to give them what you want, and then they'll take your money and your woman, which is unfortunate. But yeah, so like especially for a priestess and a relatively weak granny priestess, it just seems like odd that they wouldn't have a guard. But anyway.
ババ様と二人きりの旅なら気も楽ですが年の近い巫女がもっといると女同士だといろいろ疲れることもありまして
Happened in the American West as well.
Yeah,
The Wild West, wasn't it?
Yeah, caravan robbery. It happened in the
Right, there we
it
go.
happened in the UK. It happened in the Brit, and like you had the highwaymen, right? That would come and steal from you, and effectively Robin Hood probably did that as highway robbery a lot as well.
Azusa Miko は荷物持ちの人足とかいないの？
裕福な方々ですと荷物持ちや用心棒の男手を連れ歩かれることもあるようです。
用心棒?
You heard it! You got it! This man here finally heard some Japanese and understood it.
Well, I just remember Yojimbo from Final Fantasy X.
Okay, and what was he?
A giant dude thing.
Come on, be more specific.
I don't
Think
know.
about Japan.
Was he a guardian?
I mean, yeah, in the game he was, but think about what his weapon was and what his outfit was.
Shit, I can't remember what the weapon was. Was it a sword?
He's basically a wandering samurai.
Oh.
Yojimbo. There you go.
Yojimbo. Wait, why'd you have to be a wealthy Azusa to have a Yojimbo? I would feel that they
Because you have to pay him, innit?
Yeah, but don't they all get money for doing their stuffs? I mean, you wouldn't send people out without a guard. If they can't afford it, just don't send them roaming. But I feel like the, I don't know, Alliance or the, I don't know, the College of Azusa Princesses, whatever you want to call the group, right, would equip each Azusa with a guard, a Yojimbo. It seems mad to send them out on their own. Evangeli said he had a sword mate and a hat.
あずさみこにも裕福とか裕福じゃないとかそういうことがあるんだ。
Yeah, I found that surprising as well when she said that. Though known collectively as Azusa Priestesses, there were in fact a wide variety of them. The most common type were groups hired by large villages to come visit them at fixed intervals. But there were also those who acted as missionaries, trying to spread the word of the gods to more backwater villages. I have come here to spread the word of Christianity, and then Japan said go away.
No, they fucking they booted them the fuck out.
I think there was something in shit, what was that anime called? Oh, I forget the name of it. But they kind of, I mean, it would have been a twisted, altered history, but there was talk about Christians and how they were like isolated on an island or something like that. And I don't know if it's based on any actual Japanese history, but yes, the Japanese said no and sent them packing mostly, which was
Essentially, yeah.
yeah. Imagine I said it's a bit more complicated than that, mate. What's more complicated than that? Damn. There were also those who travelled with peddlers, as well as those who worked as women of easy virtue.
That's one way of putting it.
Wait, some of the Azusa princesses? No. They worked. They worked. Wait, no.
Yes, it is exactly what you're thinking.
No.
Is.
He's saying they travel with peddlers as well as those who worked as women of easy virtue. So they travelled with prostitutes. That's what I'm saying. I was like, wait, the Azusa princesses are some of them are prostitutes? How does that work? I thought they had to be...
Yes, that is exactly what it's saying.
No, they're saying...
those...
They were also those who travelled with peddlers as well as those who worked as... No, wait, what? Susanome and her companions had once belonged to a large group. Wait, so
you go up.
An Azusa princess.
Go back 2 lines.
Working as a prostitute. That doesn't.
Look. The most common type of Azusa priestesses were groups hired by large villages to come visit them at fixed intervals. But there were also those who acted as missionaries. And skipping ahead a bit, there were also those who travelled with peddlers, as well as those who worked as women of easy virtue. We're still talking about the Azusa priestesses.
That's mad. What the let me... Oh, fuck,
I don't understand why it's that...
Because they're supposed to be
comprehend.
Shrine maiden type people, right?
Yes,
and
but
if you're,
$20 is $20.
No,
right?
mate, because under that, right, you're supposed to be clean and pure in the old sense of the word.
Yes, but $20 is $20.
To fucking be able to.
Fucking poor.
But if you're getting banged all the time, you're not regarded as pure and clean. And how do you then talk and get possessed by the gods because they don't want to possess?
Are you seriously, really doubting the idea that people did this?
No, I'm thinking, how is this a normal thing for someone who's supposed to be a priestess? Why is this widely known? This is supposed to be like a rumor. I don't know.
All right, you're a fucking down bad guy. Don't you think there's enough people who'd pay up money to be like, I got to bang it as a priestess? Yeah.
Mate, they don't need to be an Azusa priestess. They just need to be fucking someone ready to take money. Like, I don't... Anyway, what's the chat saying?
It was talking about the Azusa priestesses.
I just find that I need to look this up.
You can find it reprehensible, yes.
No, I just find it odd that that's like a lot of them did that as priestesses and he's talking about it as if it's the norm, and I'm like, all right, that's kind of mad.
Look. If they're fucking broke, it's an easy way to make money.
In reality is a different thing, right? You'll make money how you can make money, right? I'm just surprised that anyway, Evangeli's kind of made a point here in regards to what I was saying. Some people interpret it as pure of soul or pure minds rather than pure bodies. That might, okay.
That sounds like opium, like a real way of being like. I mean, I'm doing this.
I'm still pure. I'm still pure.
Yeah.
My mind is
Carrying on.
pure, even though I know
And
all of the Karma Sutra poses.
And both crack dealer and garlic. Oh, so that's what they traded with India. Crack dealer and garlic bread X have said that Miko's used to do really bad stuff.
Miko's in Japan used to do really awful stuff in ancient times. Wait, what?
And I think crack dealer is basically reminiscing about one of the prior scenes from today's video.
His fucking... Because she's possessed by the god. The god wants it. Whatever. Screw you guys.
She's possessed by this one.
No, this person is possessed by a god, and it'll be the god of the mountain, right? It's clearly the deer god because they have deer horns, and it's the deer god that's like, I'm gonna bang you, not her. So thick, sticky suit. Yes. Okay. Anyway, Susanoo and her companion had once belonged to a large group, but being in such a large party created a lot of discord. Like the app. Tired of that, Susanoo had left them along with Granny, the woman she considered her mentor, and began a journey with her, which resulted in her meetings. Wait, you just left the large group and went, fuck yous, I'm going on my own?
Yeah,
Wow.
there's too much discord going on, right?
That seems a bit weird. That seems like something... I mean, it seems like an unwise thing to do, to split off from a big group and go travelling on your own with a defenseless Granny.
やはり老婆と若い女だけの旅では危ないですね。
And you know it. Okay, at least you know the stupid decision that you made.
たまたまムツに助けてもらえたから良いようなものを。
We were lucky that you saved us and you were there at the right time.
そうだね。この辺りは熊や狼が出ることも多いし。
And let's not forget the most dangerous animal of all, humanity.
熊や狼ならまだしも、もし出会っていたのが野党だったらと思うと。
Yeah, you know the score, Susanoo.
それは怖いね。
Garlic Bread X saying the dear god of thirst. It does seem like that, isn't it?
The thirst is real, mate, honestly.
The thirst is real, the down bad is real. Crap dealer saying, okay, so if a fucking god wants a suit, why should a shrine maiden be restricted? Evangelic saying, I'm completely lost in the whole suit thing, crap dealer.
Mate, you are missing out. This whole fucking game has been...
It's
so
about the suit.
refers to... It refers to some kind of corruption, but it also feels like it's some kind of mystical magic sex energy.
Mystical magic come. It seems to be, because they talk about, I need your suit in me, baby. You're like, what the fuck?
ムツみたいな人が一緒にいてくれたら。
Oh, could you become our Yojimbo for free, and I'll hug you on the side.
荷物持ちも楽になるし、いざという時も頼れるでしょうに。
Are you manipulating him, Susanoo? We've already figured out that you can be cunning. Are you trying to manipulate this young, impressionable, dumbass Mutsu to become your Yojimbo for free? For favors of smiles and hugs?
いいね。僕も鈴の目についていって旅がしたいな。
I'd like that, but I have commitments. Of course, they both knew it was a pipe dream. In this era, villagers had to prepare food not just for themselves, but for the annual tribute too. Of course. A man in the prime of his life like Mutsu was valuable to his family.
The prime of his life.
At the grand old age of
Youth.
12. I know he's 16, but still. To be young and in your prime at the age of 16. God, I was thick as shit at that
Young
age.
and in love and having fun.
It's like you think it's real love, it's just puppy love, and you don't actually have a fucking clue about what's going on at that age. But I suppose those times were also simpler times, and he was already hunting, so... If he were gone, then it would fall upon his elderly parents to do the work in his place. That's his parents' fault for not having another kid.
僕も旅がしたいな。
Evangeli
He's
is...
basically...
Ooh.
He's basically saying, man, fuck this place, I'm going with you.
Yeah, my parents are lame. My parents are lame. Fuck them. I'm gonna go on my own journey. I'm gonna become a the king of this world. Evangelion saying Suzunomi is working those womanly wiles.
I see her interlocking those fingers. Yeah.
I see her holding her belly. She wants a child. No. Evangelion saying I miss being 16.
I'm with Crack Dealer. I don't. I love being an adult.
Yeah, being 16. Fuck, I was awkward and shit. I don't miss being 16. I suppose it depends on how well your teenage years were for you. If you had great teenage years, then yeah, but maybe mine weren't that great. I do love being an adult. I love the seemingly...
Go on then.
What?
Go on then. What do you love?
I love the confidence I've gained in just being an asshole and being alright. Well, more alright than that with that than I was when I was younger. And I have gained skills, and you might not believe this, but I have gained some abilities through experience, life experience, that I just didn't have in my youth. That's made it easier for me to kind of communicate with people that I wouldn't have been able to do it at all. I was far too nervous in my youth as well, and thick as shit. I'm still thick as shit, but I'm comfortable with it in a way that's probably not good for me in the long run, but still. Crack Dealer saying, I don't. Someone confessed their love to me at that time. Oh, how did you react to that?
Oh, Evangeli Donut says being 16 meant fist fights weren't as serious as when you're an adult. So I see we shared experiences.
What, did you have fist fights?
We had a whole... You've heard the stories about the kind of fights that went down.
Not them.
Yeah, we have fights in our school all the time, man.
Not school. Did you have fist fights? Did you get in there? Did you?
It's always kind of... We had fucking rivalries with the fucking schools, right?
What, so just get in there with the fists out?
They used to fucking come to us, right? There was one time when it was fucking end of the fucking year, right? One of the fucking rival schools, the guys came down with dogs and bats and shit. Like, they were always starting fights on us.
So I just imagine a young Kugso going, favourtie, you fiends! I know you would not have said it like that, but I just like to picture that. I can imagine you more go, you oi bruv! Get fucked.
Yeah, that's what it was. Oi mate, wait, fuck!
Slag. Fucking
slag was the word back then.
And then the thing is, at that age you suck at fighting, right? So it's like just fucking...
It's like the fucking Bart and Lisa rotating arms at each other.
Anyway, enough sound effects.
School fights came in two varieties. The eternal shoulder barge, where it looked like a mating ritual, where they just walk into each other's shoulder in circles.
Oh my god. Yes.
Or the ones where a guy would start a fight, there would be a fight, and then someone else would jump in and bang the guy from the back of the head and knock him out.
That is an extremely dangerous thing to do. Never do that.
It is, but as Evangeli Donut said, it was a lot less dangerous when you're younger. It's still dangerous.
No, mate. You can seriously fuck someone up even when you're younger. It's just, you should never do that.
You should not do that. It's true,
not from the back of the head. Go for the jaw or something, but try to avoid the head as much as possible.
You said it yourself. Kids aren't fucking thinking straight.
Luckily, they're weak as shit.
Fights over cokes of cans of coke and shit.
The only thing that saves you is you're weak as shit because you're a little shit, right? But
God, if you had the strength that you have now back then, God, you could proper do some damage. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, and people do that.
That's why fucking the guys would come with like crowbars and fucking bats and shit.
Me. What the fuck? You are in the fucking end times in your school.
It's East London, man. What the fuck do you expect?
It's a fucking war zone, according to you. Anyway, Crack Dealer saying someone confessed their love to me at first time, and I fucking denied. Why the fuck I did that? Because you're young and you panicked. I don't know. I don't want to be that. Look, Crack Dealer. People at that age, right? You panic, or if it's someone you're not into, you just need to not think about it. I've made plenty of bullshit mistakes in the past where I'm like, why the fuck did I do that? But then I realize I'm an idiot, and I just have to be okay with that. And I hope to God that I'm slightly less of an idiot than I was the year before and many years before that. And I suppose that's growing up and just accepting the bullshit decisions that you've made in life.
This is why I'm glad I'm not an American, right? You had fists or guns. Like, honestly, that is shit scary.
Mate, what the fuck?
It's America, ain't it? What do you expect?
Yeah, but kids under the age of... You don't get...
No, you don't. It's not like they're going to sell guns, but you can find guns. You can get your parents' guns or something.
Yeah.
I told you about, like, this was in the local college here. This didn't happen with me, thankfully, right? But one of our mates was telling us the story. He goes that these two kids got into a fight over a girl. Typical, innit? Like, one of the kids was so fucking pissed off. Next day, he came into school with an axe. Like, a small axe, but still an axe, right? Just walked into school with it to chase that kid around. Teachers didn't do shit, because it's a fucking axe. It didn't end too badly, thankfully. But yeah, like, some of these kids are fucking nuts.
All kids are nuts. The problem is if you give them a fucking weapon. The thing is, think about when you get your most angry at the you lose your shit and you get super angry, and if you all of a sudden are given a fucking weapon, think about the damage you do. It might not be to another person. It might just be to things. But
it happens. Sometimes we end up in the fucking hospital.
Jeez. Anyway,
nothing bad, but still, yeah.
Crap dealer.
One kid, fucking, his finger got ripped off somehow. His middle finger. I don't know what happened exactly. So they had to reattach it, and they put like a metal rod in his finger to help with the healing process.
Yeah.
So he couldn't bend his middle finger. So he used it as an excuse to just wave his fist at the teachers and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, miss. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't bend my finger."
I fucking hate kids like that. I remember, you're a PTSD in fucking school. And you know that there's just being a dick, and you're like, why are you being a dick? You're just fucking, just don't. Let's just get through class and not fucking, and get out of school and forget about the day. No, I'm going to be a dick and just prolong shit, and then the rest of the class has to suffer because the teacher might go on a tirade and shit. And then you're just like, fuck me, man.
I kind of miss school days, to be fair.
Mate, I don't.
I wouldn't go back.
I don't
care what.
Fuck school. I don't ever go back to school. If I ever have a dream about school, it's a nightmare. I do not miss it. Fuck that. Fuck being able to do what you want. I do not miss it. I don't care. Yeah, and it's not like let's just say I was not exactly a jock type character at school. So
I'm shocked.
Screw you, asshole. You should be shocked. I'm a fucking Chad now. Chad Ashman.
The guy playing visual novels on stream, it wasn't a joke.
Mate, shut the fuck up. Don't you typecast me. Don't you dare typecast me just because I'm, hey, fucking Henry Cavill's into Warhammer 40k fucking painting characters, right? I'm playing video games and you're throwing shade at me, right, for visual novels. Right? I could be a fucking Chad. You people don't know. But anyway, yeah, kids
just fucking fun.
Asshole. Just because I don't play real games, that means I have no muscle and I'm a little fucking weed.
Oh my God.
There you go. Kixo said that you heard it from here. Kixo's just like, oh, you're into visual novels? Mate. You're a little fucking
oh, you want me to be like that one guy at work? It's like, you're into video games?
And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't out playing football with the boys back when I was at school, getting all the ladies, right, chasing skirt, because I was a lad's lad, right?
Oh man, in fairness, we did play football every fucking lunchtime.
I was shit at football, I'd always been goals. But my point...
so was I, but it was fucking great, because I was quite tall and quite large for one of the guys, so I would just run into people and like rugby tackle them. I don't give a shit because it's not like it was an official football match or anything.
But you're not quite a bigger guy for your age.
That's what I said. I grew up fast, tall and big, and yeah.
I was tall, but I wasn't that tall. I think I was just average, but I wasn't big. So I didn't have
very fast though. That was fucking great.
Basically, Kuxo was the tank in the games. Crack Deer saying, I wish I was born an adult. It's weird. I wish I would have been born in a lab or something. Evangelist saying, as for getting guns, Ash, you could get a whammy for a pack of powder from the local dope hit. Oh my god, or from your neighbor's big homie. America is so much worse for that shit. So I am glad that, you know, I'll never pretend that I had a super rough. I didn't go to like super rough schools or anything like that, and we are quite shielded, at least from guns, to a large degree.
I'm just glad. Drugs were always around, right? But I'm just glad I never got into that, because I'm like, I don't want to lose sense of my senses, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, because a lot of bad things can happen, especially if you're with a lot of other stupid people. And if you lose, not a good idea. But, you know,
I don't know what's up with those guys. Like, there's always a whole bunch of them, like, behind the fucking buildings, just smoking shit. And not to stereotype again, but, like, a lot of them had, like, body modifications. Popular was those, you know, where they make the big holes in the ears?
Yeah.
Yeah, so to piss them off, we used to just padlock them and run.
Mate, right. What a dick you are, man. What the You're a bigger dick than them. What the fuck? Oh, I'm gonna put a padlock on your earring. Oh, your earring is lame. Are you a girl?
Those guys were fucking tossers anyway, man.
Nothing wrong with having an earring like that. You guys do you. It's pretty cool.
We were horrible in school, I will admit, but still.
Everyone was horrible in school. I think I was not, and that's why I was just... I don't know.
I think our schools were uniquely bad in the stuff that happened. You've heard of the bash me up for a bang, yeah, that one. That's real bad.
That's a different type of bad. Evangeli saying, yeah, the gauges in the ears, they were the ravers clubbers, yeah.
I never understood those. I don't understand that kind of body modification.
It's not really, it's just putting an earring and then it like makes a bigger hole.
It stretches the thing out, yeah.
Yeah, but it's like a lot of kind of more punk style rock kind of people kind of have that. I think they look cool. I wouldn't do it to myself, but I think they kind of look cool. It can look cool in a person.
I don't feel they look cool.
I wouldn't be a fan of the one where you can get it in the lip. I've seen some like lower lips or whatever. There's some weird ones like that. Not me for me, but whatever, man. People do people. Kuxo was one of the fun ones. Well, I suppose if you're a big guy, the thing is, people are not going to square up on average. It's a different dynamic if you're a big guy.
Not to be confused with popular. I just like having fun. But yeah.
Nah, shut it. You are far more popular. I hear about you and your bros, right? And yous were, well, some of you was definitely more popular than I was. I was a fucking ghost at school, so... Because one of the fun ones. It's about being different or unique, trying to not conform with the system, as they say. I didn't conform. I just didn't have... I was just a bit of a ghost. I kind of did my own thing, but I just didn't bother anyone. And if people tried to bully me, I was never really bullied. But if people tried to make fun of me, I would just look at them, and go whatever. And that was actually the kryptonite to bullies. If they're going to start bullying you, because they want a reaction. And I just kind of looked at them, and I had nothing witty to say back, and I was like whatever, because I didn't really care. I was like, yeah, I know I'm lame. I know I suck. You're just telling me what I already know. And they're just like, oh, this is not fun. And so they wouldn't do it much. And so that's how I kind of got through school, and I was lucky to not be bullied. I had friends that were seriously bullied, really bad, and it left really... They never...
bad marks in them?
They never got over it. One person I can think of. It's a bad thing. That's the worst thing.
It is a bad thing. I was half lucky and half not lucky, because at first I didn't have anyone. And it's like, oh shit, that sucks. But then I did have a group of friends, and when you have a group of friends, it's a lot easier to deal with it. And then when beef is kicking off, and then someone else stands up, and then it's like, okay, here we go, motherfucker. And then shit starts.
I had a friend in one school, and we were a group of friends, right? And then one of us would get picked on a lot because he was like a shorter guy and quite a quiet person, right? But he would get picked on by some of the tough guys that were in a big gang in the school, and we watched him getting picked on in front of us, and we didn't do anything because we didn't want to get involved and then because they'd bring their whole gang and fuck us up. Like it was seriously bad. And I remember watching that and realizing what it felt to be powerless. And on top of this kid was, I remember he told us that they would like get him to like steal things and stuff like that for him and stuff. It was super bad. So you had in terms of like having a group of friends that were willing to get in there, but like the problem was this gang was like, it spanned, there was a large number of people in it. It was all the fucking rowdiest assholes that all were fucking at the gym super hard, and you're like, fuck that, man. And it super sucked. So I was really lucky to avoid stuff like that, because that stuff fucks you up, and it can even fuck you up for the rest of your life in terms of your like if you get caught and sent to like juvie or whatever. Even if you're being forced to do it. There was a lot of shit I saw that I went, it's a fucking maze. If you can get through school and survive it without too much damage, you're lucky and you're doing well. Because that's, it depends a lot on where you are and where you're going to school and stuff like that. Like you can't control that, the area that you're in.
No, certainly not.
They were saying, I remember someone did that to a girl in my school and she had to go and take out the earring thing. I mentioned, hey bro, being a ghost has its perks. It does. I am glad I was a ghost in that I wasn't picked on that much. I was kind of ignored mostly. People just didn't really bother me too much. I did have friends, but you know, I was mostly a ghost. Better than being a knucklehead like myself. Laughs and multiple expulsions. Oh dear.
Oh no, before we progress, I'm just going to clarify something. So Evangeli Donut says your gangs sound completely different from ours. Ours had structure, rules and regulations. You're thinking of like organized gangs, which we do have, but they're the ones who deal in stuff like drugs and shit. For us, I'm talking about idiots in schools who are like, yeah, we're from this school, and the other ones were like, we're from that school. You want to fight? Yeah. And then just like met up in the local park and beef would kick off.
In my school, and this is actually funny enough, this is a school I went to down south. There was two big gangs in that school, and they were named after it's like in wrestling there was two big gangs, and I don't know if it was the WWF at the time or if it was the alternate. I don't know if it's called the NCW. I can't remember which one it was.
WCW or WWF.
It might have been WW. Well, WWF, WWE. It was WWF, I think, at the time. I think there's two big gangs within that, two big groups that had formed, and I can't remember what the fuck they were called, right? And so there was like, they'd used those names for the two big gangs in our school, and they'd just beef each other all the time. And they had like the fuck, and there was guys, I remember they were just like jacked as fuck, right? And these are like first year high schoolers, and you're just like, what the fuck?
First year was fucking crazy because the year 11s would just like chase us year 7s around. We hadn't grown yet. Year 8 was when we grew up, right? So we were just like tiny year 7s running away. These fucking year 11s were into like the stereotypical shit. They'd like go to the toilets and like push your head into the toilet, or they would like corner you in the hallway and throw stink bombs at you.
Yeah, being at school sucked because it really, the thing is, if you realized how much it fucks a person, their future life, the things that you do to them in school, the permanent, like you laugh, but the permanent damage you can do to someone emotionally, mentally, from the stuff that you put them through in school. I'm not glad, I wasn't great, right? I didn't stand up for people when I saw other people picking on them. And I remember at least in one instance where I was just like, oh, I'm going to keep away from that person because everyone's like, thinks they're lame, right? Which is not, you're being part of the problem rather than the solution. But at the very, I never actively bullied anyone or joined in the bullying, which is just one saving grace. And as an adult now, you look back and you go, fucking hell. But as that thing I said before about being a teenager, you do not think of the future. You could think very short term, and you cannot, as a teenager, you can't comprehend what it's like to be an adult because you've not been an adult. But if you knew, holy shit, the amount of damage that's dealt to people in high school all over the world, it is fucking terrible. And do you know what? Kids are fucking brutal. And that's why I do not want to be around teenagers. As an adult, I can't stand it because I know how brutal they can be. And I know that they don't fully realise it, but they're also little shits as well a lot of the time, because as a teenager you want to rebel against everything, because back in the day you'd kind of be an adult in your late teenage years, whereas nowadays you're just like, yeah, you need to go to higher education or get a shitty job or whatever, and it's a weird thing. But yes, I'm just reading the comments.
Shall we carry on with the game?
Yes, so I completed that comment. Yeah. Right. Shit, we were in the middle of this romance scene and we're talking about anyway.
Yeah, let's at least complete the romance
かつては
scene.
同じ夢を思い描いておりました。
Wait, what
い
dream?
ざやってみ
To
る
travel.
と楽しくない。
Oh.
The dream was I'd like to go on a journey too. More
Oh,
or
she
less.
is on a journey.
So she said, I used to have the same dream, and he's like, you don't actually enjoy doing it.
相手次第でしょうか。
I'm with an old granny, she doesn't turn me on.
気の合わない相手との旅は苦痛ですが、
Yeah.
気の合う相手との旅だったなら、どれほど楽しいことなのでしょうね。
If I'm with people I like, it's so much fun. The two looked into each other's eyes. This is so weird. This is Toei. Holy fuck. Or a Toei
No, it's
equivalent.
not.
I know, but Toei equivalent, right? And this is kind of... Look how happy she is. Holy shit. Genuine happy, not whatever we've seen so far. From that alone, they could tell that what they were feeling, what they both wanted. However, it could never be. The old woman's leg wasn't healing quickly, so Suzunomi would likely remain around for a while. But eventually, she'd have to return to the road. Mutsu couldn't join her. Fate dictated that he'd have to watch her leave.
旅に戻ったらもう二度と鈴の目とは会えないのかな。
きっと必ずこの村にまた戻ってきます。
Can I... Was it actually like this in real life back in the day, that you'd so very easily fall in love and then just marry a person? Because he's only known her for a couple of hours.
I mean, like...
I'm kind of wondering, because obviously this is a story, so it's going to be a bit exaggerated the way things go following the story arc. But I do wonder if it was that easy, because we didn't have the options that we had today. You were very limited. So if a beautiful girl around your age appeared, right, who was either part of the village or from outside the village...
It's another Ashmanix complains about marriage episode. Yeah.
I'm not complaining about marriage. Calm yourself, right? I'm not questioning the sanctity of marriage here. What the hell? I'm just talking about the idea of, was it that easy that you just go, you know, I like her, she seems really nice? Because a lot of the times it was arranged, right? Or whoever was there. Would it be that easy and you just kind of like get married within a very short space of time?
I mean, it depends on each culture, doesn't it? Different cultures had different customs when it came to marriage, but the whole point was to regulate the family unit.
Evangeli has an interesting point. Honestly, I wouldn't doubt that this is what it's like, since there wasn't much to do. People were bored, so love came easy, probably. That does make sense.
Yeah, but that wasn't necessarily marriage. That was just, you know, going around fucking.
No, but they would get, a lot of people would just get married and then fuck. I don't know. I mean,
people, don't be silly. People were doing it out of wedlock as well.
Yeah, but like, I'm talking about, I'm not talking about banging. That's like people just go and bang all the time. I'm just talking about people are just like, oh, you know, it's a bit more romantic. I've fallen in love. Let's get married, type of thing. Was it? I'm talking about those kind of people, as opposed to people just going around, enjoying the scenery wherever they were. Garlic Bread X is saying, I will return to this village someday and I will kick your butt at beta, Beecha. Evangeli does say, when a kid came, marriage was expected out of shame, I assume. Unless the guy jumped on a ship and fucked off into the sunset, which also happened as well. Let's carry on.
戻ってもまた旅に出ちゃうんだよね。
I know.
それがあずさみこのお役目ですから。
So this is never meant to be, you're just gonna be
私
like
たちを
Granny.
求める人々はあちこちにいます。その方々を私は救済しなくてはなりません。
It is my job to help them as an Azusa princess.
そうだ
By
よね。
going and playing better in all the villages?
Yes. Going and playing with the better cucks in all the villages. Mutsu knew he couldn't be selfish and say that he wanted her to all to himself. When she saw his face dim light slightly, Suzunomi gave an encouraging smile.
だから、旅に出ても、何度出ても、何度でもこの村に戻ってきます。いつの日にか、ムツが私と一緒に旅に出られるようになる日まで、ずっと。
Is that the curse?
Is this what's the name of the village?
I don't think they told us.
No, what's the name of sorry?
Is Susuda village or something like that? I can't
No,
remember.
what's the name of the sorry? What was the name of the town that we live in the present time?
Susuda, I think something like
Something
that.
she. Oh well, anyway. Suzunomi, I love you. Oh. The sky was painted over in the colours of night by this point. Under it, the pair's silhouettes appeared to overlap. Wait, did he bang her? Or hug? Wait, let's see what happens.
Yeah, you could interpret whatever you want.
From that day onward, the two continued their trysts, making the most of their limited time. Oh my god.
Oh wow, okay, they were.
The journeys, I mean, you can interpret that however though. Journeys were harsh in this era. No matter how much she promised to see him again, they knew there was no guarantee of that.
Yeah, you can interpret that however you want, such as, what was it? Women of easy virtue.
No, I know what women of easy virtue is. There's no room for interpretation of that, mate.
Then you were trying to fucking swing it.
No. I was trying to swing the sentence structure. I was like, is he saying that the women of easy virtue travelled with the princess? The Azusa priestesses, or is it saying that the Azusa priestesses were women of easy virtues? And I was like, really? I can't imagine that. Yeah, I couldn't imagine the latter. I was like, oh, that seems off, and that the sentence structure confused me a little bit, and that's what I was like wondering if that. Anyway, then maybe I should just stay in this village. Suzunomi entertained that notion many a time, but there were people counting on her. People who eagerly awaited the arrival of an Azusa princess. And of course, there was no way she could just abandon the journey and leave her elderly companion to continue it alone. Ah, you've already shot yourself in the foot in just having the two of you. If you stayed in the big group, you could have just left her and went on your own. And who is this granny? We've not really heard much from her besides her thanking Mutsu.
Who knows, man? We don't need to see her. She's granny. She's old. She's blind almost. She's irrelevant.
And so Kuksua just pointed out our own irrelevancy in the world. Mutsu wouldn't dare tell her, it's like, we're old, we're irrelevant. You don't need to see me, guys. I'm not hot and young and virile and punching trees. Mutsu would...
Speak for yourself, man.
Right, I want to see a video of you punching trees, asshole.
I'm not punching trees, man. I'm fucking doing my hand in.
Ah, what a fucking loser. Can't punch trees. You just like speak for yourself. I'm like, well, what you... Alright, you punching trees, mate, full of youth and vigour. Being a person with no personality, punching trees to increase your energies. Mutsu wouldn't dare tell her he wanted her to abandon her noble mission and take her for his own, either. So he put his faith in their reunion and vowed not to waste a single moment of their time together. Even when the moon shone bright around them, the pair did not separate. Oh. Damn, Mutsu.
Wind!
What is the chat saying? You bastards.
Alright, it is actually almost midnight as well.
Let us, yeah, do you know what? This is a good point to...
I feel that this is going to take a downwards turn next.
Just got a fly flying right in front of my fucking screen. Fucking off. There.
Did that spider not catch it?
No, the spider's a tiny... Wait, where is the spider? I can't see my... Shit. Maybe it's gone missing. Yes. Well, wait. The old woman's leg wasn't getting any better. They were talking as if she was like the Susan fucking she was leaving and coming back all the time. What are they talking about this old woman's leg now? I thought it had healed by this point. But anyway, let's show our avatars. Evangeli is saying fade to black sex scene, trysts equals sex. It does, doesn't it?
It does.
Crack dealer, he covered her with his dark, thick, sticky suit. Nice. Covered her in more suit than 1920s chimney sweep and 70s. Oh, fucking hell, guys. Chimney, chim, chimney, chim, chim, chiroo.
You need to be a bit more careful with what you say. You might attract the likes of Jacob Rees-Mogg here. Not
Feel
funny,
bad
carry
for that
on.
joke. Feel bad for that joke.
Carry on. I feel bad already. Move on.
Oh my god. Why the fuck?
Progress.
You put the image of Jacob Rees-Mogg in my head! You asshole! You should feel bad for that alone. Anyway, chimney, chim chimney. Crack dealer said just pew pew granny. Damn, man. Brutal. Even Jesse punching trees and pounding grass. Nice.
At the same time.
Yes, all at the same time. Crack saying tree punching stream. Wind, yes. Spider. Yeah, spider's gone missing. But yes, we will leave it here. This is a good point to stop. This is, as Kuxo has said, I think the wind is an indication this is going to take a dark turn. We're going to find out probably at this point.
Same bat time, same bat channel. Sorry, I don't know why that's on my fucking mind.
Fucking distracted me, man. I'm thinking of Batman now.
That's what it was, yeah.
I know. I'm thinking of the fucking Adam West Batman. So I think Kuxo is right. This is going to take a dark turn. We're going to find out what this why toys waited for 1,000 years. Something's going to happen to explain that. So we'll leave that for next week. Kratir is saying this made my week. Peak Iwaihime stream. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff happened in this one. Ivan Jesse,
this one was really great, but because it was mostly happy, I do kind of miss the fucking batshit random craziness of the previous stream. Especially last week's. What?
Dare jinx it. It's coming,
I'm
mate.
not jinxing anything. We know it's coming.
The comeuppance is coming. Just enjoy
we
this
know
good
it's
one.
Coming. I can't wait for it, man.
You bad person, you. Anyway, Evangeli saying, I shall watch the backlog of streams to get more context of what's happening because I am now intrigued in Iwaihime. Sorry,
this
Iwaihime.
Is freaking great, honestly.
Garlic bread saying, fun stream. I'm glad you like it. Like, this is, out of all the stuff I do, I wouldn't have, and if I was to make assumptions, I would never have assumed that this is the one that you would enjoy the most of what I'm doing. So I'm glad you're enjoying it. But yes, we'll leave it there. This was Iwaihime. I am Ash Mannix. Kuxo is Kuxo.
Yes, I am.
And he's also a cute little yacht. I forget you're a Yotsuba avatar.
I drew that one myself, man.
I love it. I forget that this is how we represent ourselves. Anyway, PNG tubers for the win. But we'll leave it here for today. And hopefully, I'm going to be doing a stream on Tuesday. I'm going to carry on Eve Burst Error. Because I have started, so I will end it. That's getting interesting, and there's not going to be a Friday thing. I know. Keep an eye out on Kuxo's channel. Kuxo will maybe, I don't know, you post updates and plans of schedules.
I normally put schedules. Unfortunately, I haven't got any plans for this week. Normally we do the Friday stream, but I know that this Friday I will be out with my brother, so. No stream again. I will try to get a premiere recorded and up in time. Otherwise, right now, I don't actually have any content to upload, and I'm not usually in that position, and it makes me feel bad.
Feel terrible, Kuxo, because that's usually me. And no, don't feel bad. But if you're going to go out to, because I think you're planning to watch a movie.
Yes, we are going to watch The Flash.
If you're going to do that, I think I'm going to do that as well.
Yes.
Because if you're not doing a stream, I don't have to go on the stream, so I'll have free time, and it'll be a good movie to watch. It looks interesting, at least, and we can chat about it at some point. And then the next part is going to be the worst we have ever seen, because I wrote it. Lol. Crack dealer. Ash, draw something. Yeah, I do need to actually get back into drawing. Evangelist saying, Kuxo, join Eve if you can.
As in Eve Burst Error.
Oh,
I've been in
no,
most of them.
I'm not going to push Kuxel for that. Kuxel has been pushed for a lot of things, and to be honest, Eve Burst Error
is the one I'm not enjoying as much.
No, and it has got interesting with Kojiro. I fucking love Kojiro.
I'll try to pop in, but usually if I'm not on, it usually means I'm doing something else.
My plan is to do that on my own, and if Kuxel is feeling it and available, you're always welcome to just jump in midstream, or before the stream or whatever. But it's gonna be a me thing, with Kuxel as a dropping in when he can.
Unfortunately, I tend to get pulled in several directions at once.
Crack Dealer says, you have a second channel, Ash Draw Streams. Oh yes, I draw waifu and let Kuxel get it with your horrible drawing. Guess it. Yes, I have a second channel called Ash Mannix Draws, which I've not posted on for fucking forever. I did do a drawing stream, which was terrible. I was supposed to like try and do something. I didn't draw anything. We chatted for an hour and did fuck all. I don't know if people like that. Wait, nobody? No, I did that stream on this channel because I couldn't stream on that channel because you have to give 24 hours notice for your first ever stream or some bullshit. Anyway.
What?
Yes, if you for the first ever stream you do on a channel, you have to. Yeah. You can't just say stream instantly. It has to. You have to give it 24 hours notice. Now you know how usually you schedule a stream for tomorrow or something like that, right? I was trying to schedule that stream straight away. And I went, no, this is your first ever stream. You have to have a 24-hour thing for some reason. And I was like, what the fuck? So then I
did it on this one, and that was the one where it went horribly badly, wasn't it? Like the lag kicked in.
I felt like everything went horribly badly, so you need to be more specific. Was there a lot of lag? Oh, yes, probably that. I was having problems.
It was around the time when you were having the lag issues, especially with the Sam and Max game.
Also, I was trying to use the drawing pad that I have. And it's a weird setup, and there's not a lot of space on my desk and stuff, so it was a bit of a pain in the arse. And on top of that, I was having lag issues, which I think I got down to the bottom of. I can't remember what the issue was. I can't remember what was causing it, which is bad. But anyway, yeah, I've got a lot of thinking to do about the type of content I'm going to do. But I need to think about that. I should do stuff with my drawing things. I'll think about that later. That is something
yawn.
It's something I'm thinking about, Grat Dealer. But anyway, I drew a few blocks. I think I did, if that counts. Oh yeah, shit, the art drawing. Yes. I've fallen off that. I need to get back on that at some point, but not. Maybe later in the year. But for now, we'll leave it there. Hopefully you guys...
6 minutes past midnight. Let's hurry up.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will see you whenever. This is Iwaihime. We've said our goodbyes, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.